too big. I'm already losing weight. I just bought these 2 months. They're literally falling off of me. Everything is, because I haven't been eating. I haven't had the money to eat. This is how shit is. This is real life. This is the real struggle. People be like, oh, I've struggled before. They ain't never went a day in their life without missing a meal. People make me laugh. I just saw a man walking down the road with 2 bags of stuff. He looks like he's been walking the entire night. He looks exhausted, hungry, and extremely hot. I just put $40 in gas. Just put 40 in. That gets me 14 gallons. That 14 gallons will last me half of an afternoon. When I have school and have to use the bathroom and have to have somewhere to shower, you have to drive there. So that takes gas to get there. Because unfortunately, I've tried running my car off of hopes and dreams, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'll be like, please start for me, please. I'm praying that you start. And she won't start without gas. So I've tried faith and hope and prayers, but she won't run off of that. She won't run off of that. I want to set somewhere. I need to open my computer and start on schoolwork. I have responsibilities that I put on myself. Because I'm striving towards something better. Even if you're homeless like me, even if you're broke like me, you still got to strive to do better. I'm not saying you got to go back to school and be a full-time student like me, but you still got to get up every day and at least try, because if you lay in bed and you don't try, then you're going to fall into a depression and it's going to be worse. This is for people who are actually going through the struggle, who are actually homeless, who are actually living on the streets. They don't know when their next meal is. They haven't had a shower in weeks. This is for them. You can't relate to me because you've never been through that. Maybe some of you have, but I know that it would take somebody who's actually been through it to understand it. And I do believe that that's why God has put me through this. He wants me to be able to tell the world what's going on out here and tell people how to help themselves. God dang, it's already hot. That didn't even get me but 3/4 a tank of gas. It's fun. I've got more important fish to fry. I had to go get my computer. And I grabbed some chicken. I've never relied on anybody. I never asked anybody for shit. Y'all are projecting because of jealousy. Y'all need to chill out. I don't even have my Cash App on my page. What are you talking about? Some of y'all really have mental problems. Like, you are certifiably insane. They don't want me to eat. They don't want me to eat. You hear me? My own followers come and follow me, and then they try to tear my channel down. They don't want me to eat. Report me to the food stamp office. Report me to the fucking insurance people. Call my job and have me fired. They did. The internet called and had me fired from my last job. That's how much Satan doesn't want you to know the truth. Chicken. I had oatmeal before bed, but it wasn't enough food to fill up a fucking baby kitten. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning starving. I checked my sugar and it was in the 80s. And that's why I'm shaking. I got 2 pieces of chicken for $5. 2 chicken strips for $5. Crispy, crunchy chicken. Come on, man. Some of these motherfuckers that come to my channel are so evil, y'all. So evil. Hey, Amy. So evil. Imagine trying to take somebody's food out of their mouth when their mama feeds them and wipes their ass for them while they live off of their mama's fucking rent. These are the type of losers that come to my channel trying to call the EBT office. I don't even get EBT anymore. I used to. Until I remembered that the government was the one that put me in this situation by marking me as a child abuser when I was innocent, and they destroyed a good family. Then I decided I'll never take EBT again. So I cut up the card 4 weeks ago. I was on live when I cut it up. So I can't get EBT now because I have no card. They will not issue you a new card. And I don't want EBT. I want YouTube to pay me my views. Do you know that I've had 500,000 views in less than 48 hours? I'll show you. I'll show you. And I don't make enough money to pay my truck payment or feed myself. See, some of these other content creators, they're so desperate for a little bit of pocket change, they're willing to let YouTube exploit them, not realizing their worth. Baby, I realize my worth. And I've devoted my life to fighting for things that are right. And this is something that's massively wrong that needs to be made right. There is no way on God's green earth that I am pulling in almost 1 million extra views a month and they do not pay me enough to put food on my table. I work 60 to 80 hours a week. Real time, just in the past 48 hours, I've had 500,000 views. And I made pennies off of that. Pennies off of that. Let's see all together. It just keeps going up. Almost 4 million views this month. And it sends me a note right here. Look what this note says. Your hard work paid off. Publishing more helped your channel get 263% more views. So if my views went up almost 300% this month, why didn't my paycheck? I made $5 on a post that got 100,000 views. Let's think about this rationally. I would have to do 6 posts a day at 100,000 views just to pay for my gas. It's approximately $30 a day just to have gas to get to the bathroom, get to the shower, get to the gym so that you can shower, get back and forth to restaurants for you to eat, to get to Walmart so that you can get whatever you need. You're going to have to be in public places. A lot of y'all can't even conceptualize what I say because y'all got mom and daddy and y'all could go set up on their land with your fancy RV. I don't have that. When I say I have no one, and it's by design. First of all of my family is dead. Second of all, I have a job. Thank you for supporting my channel. Please donate. Thank you. I love it. Y'all see? Y'all see? Beta males would say it to my face. I don't think you know what a beta is, you bitch. I love it. Oh, you can't run you. DoorDash won't hire me. We've been over this. If you come in this you know what? This channel is going to make you think before you speak. If you come in this comment section talking about something that we've already talked about yesterday or the day before or the day before or the day before, and you missed the memo, that will get you a block, because you should not be opening up your mouth unless you know the full context of the situation. Try me. So let's look at how much I made off of that 500,000 views in the past 48 hours or 48 hours. So I made $5. 0. Look at this. I mean, look at this. Look. Look at this. This video has gotten 90,000 views since it was published. Estimated revenue, 0. All you creators have been getting ripped the fuck off for years, and y'all are too blind to see what is in front of your fucking faces. You've been so exploited, you're getting fucking clear ripped off. Let's go to another one. And that was under my best views. So let me show you. These were my best views. This is, hold on. So YouTube sends me a thing. It says your hard work paid off. You got over 263%, 100%. Whoo. For anybody that knows anything about statistics, that's fucking amazing. I did amazing. And we scroll down here. We click on Raleigh. 90,000 views. My CPM is $12.12. So for every 1,000 views that I get, I'm supposed to get $12.12. So at 90,000 views times 1,000, what would the let's go. Let me show you. Let's click on another one. Chokehold tacos. How do I make $6 on that, but it only has 407 views? Can someone please make this fucking make sense? Brooke is live. $1.51. But once again, let's go back to this. 90,000 views. Okay, I just want to be clear. I listen, there's no rhyme or reason to this. There's so much uncertainty so that they can scam creators. They have built a system that is built to exploit creators. The only reason I got that is because somebody gave me $19.99. So I made $1.39 off of that because somebody gifted me $19.99. They have created a system that is set up for them to make money and to exploit the little people. And even with all of these combined, it still wouldn't be enough money to pay for food for a week. $58,000 views. How come if it's just got a few thousand views, then I get how come if it's got a few thousand views, then I get if it's got a few thousand views, I get $5-6. But if it's got 80,000 views, I get nothing. What sense does that make? And what is the rhyme or reason to this? There is none. They've built this system of uncertainty so that they can scam creators 100%. The only reason that it would be this much uncertainty is in the benefit of YouTube. This is illegal. I just want to be clear. This is extremely illegal. The reason that it's illegal is because there's no set. I work for them. They set my pay, but that pay fluctuates every fucking 5 minutes. Okay, seriously, every 5 minutes I can go look at my CMP and it'll change. Let me see if I can find it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And it's a CRP, CMP, it doesn't matter. I make all of my money off of watch pay ads. My memberships, I never made money off of. My short feeds, I make 3% off of that. My memberships, I make less than 1%. So I make my money off of watch pays ads and supers. Where is... It doesn't tell me. Where is it at? I know it's on here. Here it is. So this changes every like 2 days. 1 minute they'll have $11, $12 on there, and then playback costs for every 1,000 views, the CPM. So I'm supposed to make $11.11 for every 1,000 views played back. Like people that rewatch the video or people that watch the video after it goes live, right? The scams. And it tells me right here the ads that are playing. It says skippable video ads, display ads, bumper ads, non-skippable videos unknown. It's absolutely infuriating and illegal as hell. You know, but when is some creator going to make enough money to do anything about it? You know, because all it would take is a massive lawsuit to crack open these financial records and to show the public how they're scamming this money and how they switched it up. We'll look at that this afternoon, and I bet you money that 11 will be changed to something else. They come in, that CPM price for $11.11. That's my pay rate. I only make $11 an hour, and then I don't even make that because I work 80 hours a week, and I don't even make $200 a week. So do the math on that, honey. That's not minimum wage. And also, it changes. It'll go from, last night I looked at it, it was $11.02. It was $11.02. This morning I wake up, it's $11.11. There's been other times that I've showed it on this channel, it was high as $13. So YouTube gets to fluctuate my pay. They get to decide, and they change it multiple times a day. Do you see what I'm saying? And then videos where I get 90,000 views, I don't even make a dime off of it. What? But a video that I got 400 views on, I made $5 off of. It's like they give you crumbs. They give you crumbs. Honey, I have videos that have 250,000 views and they never paid me for them. They owe me so much money, it is ridiculous. I'm not worried about that 90,000. I'm worried about the 6 million views I had last year that they still owe me money for. And all these creators just accept it. And everybody's like, oh, things have gotten better. Things will get better, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, why are you losing your truck? You know, the reason I ignore the comment section a lot is because I don't know if YouTube just sends, I don't know. I don't know. Is it people that don't have bills coming to this channel not understanding how money works? Is it people coming to this channel that live at home with mama and daddy and do nothing but circle jerk all day? Probably. YouTube has a history of sending me the most degenerate types of fucking people. I have had to deal with my own followers being fucking two-faced, conniving, manipulative, vindictive, backstabbing. And then people wonder why I don't want to make connections with people off the fucking internet. First of all, we're not supposed to be. It's dangerous. Second of all, I have zero desire to connect with anybody. Why? Because everybody I meet is the same, honey. Everybody I've ever met was the same person. It's like they're fucking cloning the degenerates of society. Good morning. Water. I was going to make some protein. That's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to sign into my school stuff. I just poured this out and there's still water in it. I'm not a stripper. Sorry you're projecting. Sorry you're jealous and fat and ugly and that nobody would ever pay for a dance from you. You don't have no right to get your feelings hurt if you come here crying in my comment section, hiding behind a fake screen name, hiding behind a fake picture. Bitch, you ain't even a real person to me. Of course I'm gonna cuss your bitch ass out. People like you deserve to burn at the stake. And you probably will in hell. Good morning. Oh, yeah. See, that's what I be talking about. That's what I tell y'all. It don't matter how much you change. You're always going to have some loser trying to say that you ain't changed enough. They want to talk about something you did 5 years ago. I have not been a full-time stripper since 2020. And they still bringing it up. That's how dumb society is. And that's why I tell y'all that if you're in my situation, you're going to have to fight. And you're going to have to be rude. And you're going to have backbone. And you're going to have to be able to whoop somebody's ass if you need to. Because society is going to try to put you in a box and keep you there. Fuck that. Stop listening to people that are jealous of you. They're trying to bring you down because they have nothing better going on in their boring ass lives. It's the same motherfuckers. Cloned. It really is. It really is. It's so sad. They say there's 12 personality types. Bitch, where? Bitch, where? Because I swear to God, I be running into the same motherfuckers that are cloned from the last motherfuckers. 12 personality types. My left gonad. My left gonad. Where? Some of y'all be coming over here projecting so bad. Y'all so stuck on that stripper shit because y'all fiending for me. Tell me that you wish I was still a stripper without telling me you wish I was still a stripper, babe. When that's all you bring up, you're projecting. You're wishing that I would behave like an OnlyFans slut. And it'll never happen. And that's what pisses them off, is that I sit here and tell young girls not to fall into the traps of society, not to fall into the traps of Satan, that Satan will give you everything you ever wish for if you just follow him. People don't like that. I will say, though, I read a report this morning, and it appears that Gen Z is actually more religious than ever. Listen to this. They did a poll on this. And as it turns out, Gen Z are very religious. Like, a lot of Gen Zers are going to church and falling into faith. How come they get it, but people my age don't get it? I'll tell you why. Because they have cell phones. And there is irrefutable evidence that Jesus existed and that he was resurrected. There's irrefutable scientific evidence that supports the Bible. There's more evidence to support the Bible than not. Fun fact. And so this generation of Gen Z, they've learned from millennial and boomers mistakes. They're not drinking like millennials did. They're not getting involved in recreational drugs like millennials did. And they're falling to God. So if anything good came out of these children having cell phones, I would be willing to bet this is probably the only good thing that come out of it. It's only because of the exposure to our mistakes that they're living different. They've witnessed us and all of our mistakes through social media while they've grown up. And they're not drinking, and they're going to church in droves. Going to church in droves. Who do I need to block? I don't read messages. I start blocking. If I feel bad energy, all I got to do is glance. Don't fuck up and get blocked. I love blocking people. Y'all know how many billions of people there are in the world? Yeah, we talk about that all the time. Is this a troll? Y'all. Yeah, so one good thing has came out of that, and that is that these kids, Gen Z, I mean, how old are that? How old is that? I don't know. I would think that those are kids, right? Are they 30 yet? Because anybody under 30 is a child. Scientifically speaking, your femur, your brain, your frontal cortex, it does not develop till between the ages of 25 and 30. They used to say it was 20 to 25. They did another study in the UK. You can go find it. It was recent. And they determined that the adult body is not fully formed, nor is the brain fully developed until approximately 25 to 30 years of age. We put too much shit on these young people way too young, way too early. That's why it's important. They don't need to be taking out $100,000 fucking loans. They need to be cultivating their fucking souls and spirits. But no, we want them to get married and have a kid and fucking go to college and take out loans. And then when it all falls apart, society degrades them. I was 18 when I had my son. I shouldn't have been having kids. I talk about these things because they matter. Oh God, what have I done? Oh God, what have I done? Trust the process. It's so dark. I'm not that dark anymore. We're taking a break. So what I like to do is I'll tan for 2 or 3 months, and then I'll take a break for a month, and then I'll tan for 2 or 3 months, and then I'll take a break for a month. If you do it in that way, you will not get the skin damage. I'm almost 40 years old. And everybody told me that tanning was going to age my skin. Okay. Like I said, tan for 2 or 3 months, quit tanning for a month. Tan for 2 or 3 months, quit tanning for a month. You'll be fine. They don't even make good tanning beds anymore. It's not like you can even burn anymore, which is the whole purpose. You're supposed to burn to hold the tan. If you're not burning, then you're not really getting a tan. Those bronzing machines are bullshit. But that's the way of the world now. I wish I could find me a real tanning bed from like the 1980s. They got one of them over in Lexington, North Carolina. This is a house, and she has like all of these cats. It's like a house, but she turned it into a tanning salon. I think it's called Tanning Down Under. Great tanning salon. It smells like cats in there. But if you can get past the cat smell, the tanning beds are from the 80s and 90s. You need to go once a week. You can go once a week and be as dark as you've ever been in a 20-minute tanning bed. You go to Planet Fitness, you tan 7 days a week, and you still don't even have a tan. Because they've been so regulated because of skin cancer. That's my choice, bitch. If I want to die from cancer and risk beautiful skin in the name of cancer, that's my choice. This ain't no free country. You can't even find a real tanning bed anymore. Point in case. I like these bronze drops from they're from Target, but I found them at the dollar store. Oh, I love when people send me money and then I can block them. Oh Oh God, I love it. I am a victim. I was a victim of foster care. I was a victim of C. I was a victim of an abuser for 20 years. It's a miracle. Thank you for congratulating me on getting myself out of a toxic, abusive, sexually abusive situation. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that I should be proud of myself for escaping a hostage situation for 20 years. Thank you. Yes, I do believe that you're correct. Whoever said that there's a bunch of perverts on the internet coming here to watch me, I do believe you're correct. And then they come here and they think that because I'm in this situation that I'm going to kiss their ass. Failing to realize that the reason I'm in this situation is because I left someone who wanted the same thing. A family member. It's always the ones closest to you. People say they love you, but then they'll sit there and help you starve. People don't give a shit about you. People need to grow up. This is a dirty ass fucking world. If you got people that care about you, then you better be respecting them, honey, because not everybody gets that. My family's been dead for a long time. And when you don't have family, the worst types of people come out in society trying to have access to you so that they can use and abuse you because they know that you have no one. So they're looking to you for an opportunity. They want something from you. Some people will never be able to even conceptualize what I'm talking about. And if you don't, then be grateful. This, I'm gonna tell you what, that person that made that chicken down at the oh my God, I forgot to tell y'all what happened. I gotta tell y'all something. So I drive down to get my computer from Stokesdale storage, right? I get down there and I get my computer, I go to the gas station. It's the same gas station when the manager of Planet Fitness called the cops on me and said I spit on her and she had actually spit on me. Remember when they arrested me in the middle of the night? This is crazy. First of all, for those that don't know, I haven't had any criminal charges in almost 10 years. I moved into my car in 2023 and within a year I was in jail for crimes that I did not commit again. I had had no criminal charges. I had cleaned my life up, got myself clean off of drugs. And I had to move into my car. And within less than a year, I was in jail for more crimes I did not commit because the manager called the police, made up a lie, and had me arrested in the middle of the night. My truck was at a gas station. Those people at the gas station, it's kind of like a truck stop, but it's not a regular truck stop. They don't have showers. They don't have those kind of amenities. They have a bathroom and they have a little bit of food and gas. That's it. But a lot of truckers stay overnight there. And since I was living in a car, it's extremely hard to find parking. So I'd been sleeping there at the gas station that night. When the cops woke me up, they told me to get out of the vehicle, that they had a warrant. All of this was recorded. I recorded the entire interaction. I record everything to protect myself. And thank God I do, because this is exactly how I got these charges dismissed. If I would have not been recording that Planet Fitness incident, I would be in prison right now for something else I did not do. It was only because I recorded that. You can find it on my channel. It has over 250,000 views on it. That whole scenario will show you what's wrong with society if you pay attention close enough. People literally don't know the difference between right and wrong anymore. They operate on feelings instead of facts. And they literally were trying to lock me up and starve me and kill me. It's all recorded. So, the cops wake me up. They say they have a warrant. They pull me out of the car. They arrest me for simple assault and communicating threats. First of all, for those that don't know, those don't have to be arrestable warrants. Those are such misdemeanor charges They could have let me sign myself out with no bond, but they thought I was some huge social media star, so they were going to milk me. They set my bond at $25,000, and let me just be clear, they have 2 sex offenders sitting in the same jail right now under $10,000 bonds. My bond was $25,000 for things I didn't do. Took me 3 months to get the charges dismissed, all over a lie. All over because people were jealous that I had a channel. Despite the fact that I get on here every day and I tell the truth about my circumstances, despite the fact that I'm on here and I talk about how I don't have money for food, gas, all of these things that I need to survive, people somehow, some reason, even though I've released my financial records, even though I show you guys what I make, I have been the most honest content creator that has ever been on this fucking platform, and I am exhausted from dealing with trolls. Some of y'all are respectable people. Y'all see through the bullshit. Google has me posted as making $20,000 a month. Why would they do that to a creator that makes less than $1,000? Everybody has been working against me from day one. They do. Google it. It has me it says I make 20 grand a month, homie. I make less. This past month, I made less than $700. So the nice people at the gas station after I was arrested did not tow my truck. They literally have signs all in the parking lot that says tow away zone. So the fact that I was in jail for 6 days and they literally left my truck there, I'm forever grateful. That's where I got that chicken from this morning because it's right below my storage shed. So listen, this is what I had to tell you. I told y'all how bad this highway is with cops. This is Greensboro 220, right? So this morning, I'm driving back with the box of chicken in my computer for school, and I look in my rear view, and I notice that there is a 2023 red and chromed out Silverado on my ass. So I moved, like I had a transfer truck on my right, so I couldn't get over. As soon as I pass the transfer truck, I go and move over into the slow lane, and this truck goes barreling by me. Well, there's a state trooper sitting up there that I saw. You know, he pulled his ass. Y'all, I was laughing and banging on the dash because, first of all, you're out here putting everybody's life in danger. Second of all, who speeds through a town that they're not familiar with? That makes you double dumb. If you're traveling, speeding through cities that you've never been through before, you deserve to get a ticket. I hope they double ticket your ass. If you're gonna, I'm not a speeder. Y'all know that. I don't speed. I tell people to wear their seatbelts. I tell people to go the speed limit. We do things the right way over here. That's why they hate me. But if I was gonna speed, it would be through Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'd be doing 80 and a 70 because I know the area. I know that coming from Lexington, North Carolina, through Charlotte, down 77, they're not going to get you through there. They're looking for speeders going 15 to 20 or over because people do that in Charlotte. There are people that get on the highway and go 120 miles an hour out there. So that's who the troopers are looking for out there. They're not looking for little old me going 9 over. They're looking to make money. It's the lack of common sense in society is astounding. But, like, who speeds through a city they're not familiar with? The reason I say this is because he had Virginia tags, so he's not from here. And clearly he fucked around and found out this morning because he got a ticket. So what happened was I saw the trooper, and then I saw the red truck go by the trooper because at this point the red truck had passed me. So he goes flying by the trooper, and the trooper just sat there. So I got back over into the fast lane and proceeded on my route, and all of a sudden I look up and the cop is behind me with blue lights on. I'm like, oh my God. So I pull over and he goes barreling towards that red truck. The red truck pulls over and I was causing a scene. I had the window down. I was like, aha! Aha! That's what you get. Like, what a dumbass. And he'll be like, I wasn't even going that fast. You know, he'll have some excuse. My mama was dying. My baby was on fire. I had to go then. I'm not even petty like that, but I turned petty this morning while laughing at that man and pointing. I sure did. I rolled the damn whole window down. I was like, aha! Like, that's what you get. See, if you would have been patient and went 63 miles an hour like I was going exactly 8 over, if you would have been patient and stayed behind me, you would have never got that ticket. I was trying to help you, buddy. They don't fuck around out here. They'll take you to jail over a speeding ticket in these parts. You better hope it ain't no 60, 70, 80 over, because you going to jail. They do not play. I found out the hard way. He stopped me one time, I'll never forget. They stopped me on 220 when they first got this contract. And I was on drugs back then. I was driving. I had a Nissan truck. I had a Titan. And he come to the passenger door, and the truck back then, y'all, this was probably 2019. No, it wasn't. It was 2016. That was the last time I had any kind of traffic violation. It's been almost 10 years since I've had even a speeding ticket, homie. Even a speeding ticket. So he stops me. The whole back seat is full of trash. The whole front seat is full of trash. And I'm pretty sure there was like needles and spoons in sight. I was high as a Georgia pine. I was coming back from High Point. I don't even want to say how much dope I had on me. Enough for me and enough to sell. And he stopped me. And he took one look at my fucking car. And he wrote me a ticket and walked away. I think it was the messy car that saved me. He was like, I am not going through this shit today. I don't know how he didn't see track marks up my arm. I don't know how he didn't see track marks up my neck. I don't know. He wrote me a ticket for speeding 10 over and then let me go. And 3 years later, I got clean. 4 years later. That was crazy. I'd still be in prison if he would have searched my car. They would have got me for trafficking. I look back on stuff like that, and I'm so grateful that I got clean, you know. Nobody can ever take that from me. They can take my child, they can take my home, they can take my money, they can take my car, but they cannot take my sobriety. And they can't take my strength and my will to survive either. I think just mascara. I think I just want mascara. I fell asleep with wet hair last night again, if you can't tell. That's why it looks all crazy. I actually put it up on the top of my head and forgot about it and passed out. This morning I grabbed my pillow out of storage because my neck hurts. I've slept on that crappy bed for 2 days. It's so uncomfortable without all of the foundation underneath it. I'll tell you what, if they don't come pick this truck up by the 21st, they're going to have to come get it from Florida, honey, because I'm not staying here. I've been back for like 3 days and my life is imploding. That trooper made my day. Thank you so much. I don't get the frame of mind behind having a nice car like that and risking getting a ticket. How are you going to keep a car like that if you've got damn so many insurance points you can't even afford insurance? It's like they get a fancy car. I saw so many cars in Jacksonville, Florida during tax season, like April, with brand new 30-day tags speeding around acting like fools. Maybe that's why you didn't have a car to start with, homie. You know? It's always the same fucking people, too. If you pay attention. A bit of usual suspects. People get mad when I talk about little raggedy cars driving like maniacs, bumper hanging off the front. People take it personal because they drive cars like that. Well, all I'm saying is if somebody's front bumper is already hanging off, and they got a missing tail light because they done backed into something, the hood's damaged, maybe their car looks like that because their driving skills are shit. Excuse me, when they almost hit me in a Walmart parking lot and I pop off at the mouth. Maybe their car already looks like that because they have no situational awareness. And then they almost back into me and I cuss them out and you guys want to come after me. People are crazy. They're crazy. Maybe if somebody would have told her the first time that she needed to pay attention, her car wouldn't look like that. I figured they'd do that in driving school, but driving school is a joke. I saw some driving instructor the other day. I said, oh God, now it makes sense. He looked like he was incapable of brushing his own teeth, much less teaching people to drive. How about when people look like that, we start checking on them? Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm just checking because you don't look well. Are you sure you should be teaching driving school? Because you don't even know how to tie your shoes. So I'm just wondering. So true, though. So true. All systems are down. I wonder what's going on in LA, y'all. I wonder if they've been rioting all night. So Trump sent 2,000 National Guard, and then he sent an additional 700 Marines. So I wonder what happened last night. Is that a freckle or is that mascara? Oh, it's a freckle. I never know if it's fallout from my mascara or my eyebrows or if it's a freckle. It's usually a freckle. I'm like, what is that? Y'all, I'm so mad about this. Y'all were with me when I bought this. And every single one of these pallets is falling out of the cake. Oh, now it's not going to do it. I literally just had to shove it back in there. Look. All 4 of them are falling out. And I just bought this from Elf. It's like they didn't use enough glue. Their products have went downhill since COVID. But they bought Hailey Bieber's collection. So I'm interested to see if we get Hailey Bieber collection lip glosses for maybe half the price of what they were. I don't know. Do you think that they're going to merge the products? Do you think that they're going to just sell Elf and then sell Rhode? Do you think that they'll merge Elf and Rhode? I don't know. We don't know what they're going to do, but Hailey Bieber is now a billionaire because of this deal, and she no longer owns Rhode, and so Elf does, and I'm curious to see if it's going to spike Elf's prices, because the reason we've always appreciated Elf was because of the affordability. So I'm wondering if it's going to spike their prices, or will they find a happy medium? And it depends. Like I said, if they merge the products and they make new products, then they'll probably raise the prices. If they keep the Elf as Elf and then that Rhode is Rhode, they'll probably keep those same prices. Or they could bring Rhode into Walmart at a discount and sell it to us. If they bring Rhode items in and try to sell it for Rhode prices, please don't buy that shit. My lips, I need a mask. My lips are so dry. They're like peeling. Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do. I need like one of those Mary Kay scrub masks. Mary Kay. I'm giving my age away. Mary Kay. Mama had Mary Kay scrub mask. That's why I said that. I know they make like, Elf makes a lipstick that's a exfoliant now. That's so funny. Mary Kay. Listen, I still like Mary Kay. Shut up. I think Mary Kay is awesome. Hey, Cecilia. I hope they don't price spike. Yes, me neither. That's what I'm saying. If they do, you know, the way that we fight back, we don't buy it. Everybody go on an elf strike for a month. All us ladies and men that wear makeup. Go on an elf strike for a month. That's all it would take, is a month of us not buying their products. How much money did they make in a month? Hit them where it hurts. We just don't buy it. Exactly. How much money does elf make in a month? Their revenue for last year was $355 million for a quarter, which ended in a quarter. So for 3 months, they made $355 million. They generated $1.315 billion in net sales in 2025 thus far. Yeah. So all we'd have to do is go on strike for a month, and they change them prices real quick. Real quick. The problem is people need things and they buy it on the go, and people don't know that we're striking, and I don't know. It's crazy. They're a $1 billion company, which I wouldn't have guessed, but I guess makeup is one of the most lucrative incomes for someone in that kind of business. I mean, it really is. Makeup in general is a great sale. Makeup, perfume, beauty supplies, like women, every woman on earth essentially uses some form of makeup. If it's only a skin tint, if it's only just eyebrows, if it's only just mascara or face cream. A lot of women just focus on skincare. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So they make money. They make money, honey. Not to mention the pink tax. They charge us more because it's a female product. That's a whole thing. Yeah, elf. I like elf, but that palette that I bought is nothing like 5 years ago. I've bought that same palette for half a decade. I've never had a problem with the colors falling out of it. It's gonna be a hot one today. I got the car off right now, but my shorts are too big. Look at this. I just got these. We got these at Goodwill. Remember when we got these at Goodwill like 2 months ago? I mean, they're literally a whole... So I thought that, I don't know. I was looking at some body remodification pictures last night of people who have lost weight and stuff. I guess it's weird. I didn't think that my midsection would get this small. I thought that I was more of a square body, but I'm not. And so fitness is kind of opened my eyes to how much I needed to do this, because my clothes are fitting like they're supposed to for the first time in my life. And that's the signs of that. My pants not fitting, you know. Look at that. Look at all that extra material. When I bought these, they fit 2 months ago. We started training abs. We started focusing on diet and exercise and protein. And just in 2 months, my pants are fitting differently. That's literally all it takes to see results. A few months. It's crazy. It's mind-blowing. I can't believe how my clothes are fitting me now. I can't believe how Mary Kay was the ish. Mama sold it a little bit, and so did Mama. I never did meth. I liked heroin. This is all natural. This is all natural. Thank you. Good morning. I'm naturally full of energy. I've always been this way. I'm actually a Sagittarius, so it makes perfect sense if you believe anything in astrology. I am fire. I am passion. And I've always been that way. The reason that I did heroin was to numb the pain of the sexual abuse that I was going through. The reason I did heroin was to numb the trauma that I'd been through. The reason I did heroin was to avoid my problems and responsibilities subconsciously. I did heroin, and it's been over 5 years since I've done heroin. I don't do drugs. It's exhausting having these conversations. I never did meth. I tried it once, didn't like it. That's a whole story. Didn't like it at all. You know, I'm a sleeper. I enjoy my sleep. That's one of the ways that I stay looking young, is guaranteeing that I get 7 to 9 hours a night of sleep and at least 2 liters of water a day. That will keep you looking young, along with diet and exercise. But I've always prioritized my sleep. And I always joke and say that I was asleep for 17 years because that's how long on and off I did heroin. And I was doing a lot. What did I eat? Oh, a piece of chicken. I need to do schoolwork. I'm just sitting here like I ain't got shit to do today. Just kick back like I'm that judge right before he got shot by the sheriff. I'm just chilling, smoking my cigarette. I got shit to do. I'm just chilling. Oh, I'm sorry, Cecilia. December 19th. Yeah, we are definitely fired. You know the crazy thing? Y'all want to hear like this folk tale, like this Cherokee folk tale? So I was looking into if I could be Cherokee Indian because my grandma had Cherokee Indian in her family. And when I tan, I turn like this red, brown. It's a weird color. And I got red hair, but I also have this weird coarse hair, right? So my grandma, I know that her grandmother was Cherokee Indian. How much Cherokee Indian is the question. So I've been trying to figure out my heritage and stuff, and I need a DNA test. No Google post is going to tell me my heritage, right? We plan to do it probably for my birthday. Hey, if I don't have a car, I'll have the money to do it. What is going on right now? My computer won't start up. Is it dead? No, don't do this to me. Don't you do that to me. Well, we got to crank the car. My computer's dead. Of course it is. What else would it be? Charged? Of course not. I live out of a car. God. So anyways, I was looking into these Cherokee legends. One of them was talking about, and I guess it's not a legend. It is, but it's not. There was these people called moon-eyed people that had these bright blue eyes that lived on Cherokee land before the Cherokees emigrated there. Yeah, fun fact. There was people around before the Indians that occupied this land. And they were called the moon-eyed people, right? They were extremely white, which is crazy because when I go pale, I go extremely white. And they had these bright blue eyes. And it's said that they started mating with Cherokee Indians. So the Cherokee Indians started mating with the moon-eyed people. Hold on one second, I'll find the screenshot. I know it is cool. How would I get the truck payment paid? My check was only $700. How would I pay that? Some people don't listen. Makes me so mad, and then they wonder why I'm a bitch. I'm not in the wrong. It's all filmed. They can go look it up. Like, Jesus, they think I just got money growing out my ears. Is this charging? Yes. Damn it. How would I pay the truck payment? I made $700 this month. I used that $700 for food, gas, and groceries. And storage. I just... So the moon-eyed people are a mythical, hold on to that, race of Cherokee lore described as small, fair-skinned individuals with blue eyes who are said to lived in the Appalachian Mountains before the Cherokees arrived. Hold on one second. So it said that they lived in the Appalachian Mountains Appalachian Mountains. I've never been able to say that. Hold on one second. Wiki. Let's talk about what Wiki says. Wiki says the Moon-Eyed people are a legendary group of short, bearded, white-skinned people who are said to have lived in Appalachia until the Cherokee expelled them. Stories about them attributed to Cherokee tradition are mentioned by early European settlers in America. Some stories claim they created the area's pre-Columbian ruins and that they disappeared from the area. By all historical events, they were actually expelled off the land by Cherokee Indians, by all historical records. Some people say that these people existed, some people say that they didn't. Wiki's saying that they do. The first original Google post said that it was folklore. There are very few published accounts about the Moon people during the century following the Cherokee removal. One book by William Mooney appeared in 1902, Human Interest Stories, in the Chattanooga News in 1923 mentioned the legend of the Moon-Eyed people. The Georgia Parks Division of the Department of Natural Resources has a marker at Fort Mountain that mentions the legends about Wall's origin. The Moon-Eyed people, this plaque that they're talking about to honor these people that they don't know if existed or not. These people are said to have been unable to see during certain phases of the moon. During one of the phases, the Creek people annihilated the race. Some believe the Moon-Eyed people built the fortifications on this mountain. So they have a plaque that says that, honoring these people that they don't even know existed. Today, there are different published opinions about the Moon-Eyed people as to whether they were real people of prehistoric times or mythical people from folklore. Whether moon-eyed means that they had eyes like moons or were called moon-eyed because they could see better at night, whether they were indigenous peoples or of European origin. So they don't know if they were Europeans, if they were originally there on that land, because they could have actually, there was a man that sailed to the United States way before Columbus did. Hold on. Who was the man that discovered the United States 200 years before Columbus did? Yes. Abu Bakr II of Mali. Listen. So he was a ruler in the 14th century that led an expedition across the Atlantic with 2,000 ships and reached America in 1312, 180 years before Columbus did. There is rumor on the streets, on the internet, that some of the Moon-Eyed people could have been from one of these voyages from the first man that discovered America. He was doing these expeditions across North America. He was sailing here to North America to do expeditions. And it's part of the Moon-Eyed people story is that some of those people could have sailed with him on this voyage and been left behind on the island to repopulate. That still doesn't explain, well, I guess it does. I mean, evolution. I was going to say it still doesn't explain where the Cherokees come from, but it does, because they would have been indigenous to here. Is that the word, indigenous? And this guy was a black guy, but he was also working with Europeans, which would have looked like me. So, yes, there was black explorers before Columbus, almost 200 years before him. Abubakari II, also called Mansa II, reached America. So, I don't know if these people existed. Hold on one second. I don't know if they existed. What is going on right now? God. So they're described as small, fair-skinned individuals with blue eyes who are said to have lived in the Appalachian Mountains before the Cherokees arrived. They're believed to be sensitive to daylight and nocturnal, only emerging in moonlight. They are often described as small stature with white or pale skin, blue or blue pale eyes, and possibly fair hair and beards. The Moonite people are said to have lived in caves and underground systems in the Appalachian Mountain, particularly in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina and Tennessee. They're also believed to be nocturnal, spending their days in caves or underground and emerging only in the moonlight due to their light sensitivity. Cherokee tradition suggests that they encountered the Moonite people when they arrived in the region and eventually displaced them. Hold on. So when the Cherokees arrived, some of those theories suggest that the Moonite people were Welsh settlers. People, when they arrived in the region, hold on. Sorry. Some theories suggest that the Moonite people were Welsh settlers who arrived in the region to mine, and perhaps they were separate, pre-existing group. They believe that some of the stone walls on Fort Mountain in North Carolina were built by the Moonite people. So were they real or not? How did they build walls if they weren't real? I get so sick of Google. So there's a mountain, Fort Mountain in North Carolina, and they believe that they built some of the structures on this mountain. So clearly, it's more than folklore if they have statues and shit memorializing these people. This is what they're said to look like, these little moon-eyed people. Hey Debbie, good morning. Good morning, Debbie. We're talking about Cherokee folklore, and I don't even want to call it that. I feel like they were real. Background. The Moon-Eyed people were noted in a 1968 historical marker found at Fort Mountain State Park, Chatsworth, Georgia. So it's in Georgia, I'm sorry. Stories of the people appear in park guides and news articles of that era, in speculations about the origin. So they think that they built these rock walls, and you can't really see it, but they think that the mountain people, they think that the mountain people, the Moon-Eyed people, built that. One early source about the time before the Cherokee removal is an account by early Tennessee Governor John Cheever. When North Georgia and other parts of the Appalachians were still part of the Cherokee Nation. Between 1800 and 1805, he was involved in the treaties that later led to the Cherokee removal. According to the 1969 newspaper article in Forsyth County News, Georgia, Seaver visited Fort Mountain in 1782. The article cites John Seaver as saying, oh, the chief in 1782, John Seaver, who was he? I'm sorry, he's a governor. Sorry, I have ADHD and dyslexia and probably a little bit of autism. John Seaver was the governor of Tennessee, and he went down to Georgia to have a sit-down meeting with the chief of one of these tribes. I can't say it. It's Chief Soto of the Cherokees, Ocotosota. So John, Mr. Cheever, sits down with the chief of this Cherokee tribe, and the chief tells him he was then 90 years old. The chief of this Cherokee tribe was 90 years old, and he told the story. He told of the fort being built by white men from across the great water. And this was at that memorial in Georgia where they memorialize the Moon-Eyed people. So the chief of a Cherokee tribe says, "No, we didn't build that. The Moon-Eyed people from across the water built this." I'm wondering if they were Dutch I wonder if they were Welsh settlers that got lost from maybe one of their voyages or something, you know? So the Cherokee tell us that when they first arrived in the country which they inhabit, they found it possessed by certain moon-eyed people who could not see in the daytime. These wretches they expelled. So the Cherokee people, by their own accounts and by their own folklore, if that's what we're going to call it, they themselves say that they expelled these people off the land, which means that they would have killed them and forced them off the land to inhabit the land themselves. And that is what the Cherokees claim that they did. It doesn't really matter. I'm more interested in who these people were. There's a bunch of historical references to the Moon-Eyed people. 2 early histories published after Barton's work mentions the term Moon-Eyed people. The History of the United States Before the Revolution, and B.R. Carroll's Historical Collections of South Carolina. So those 2 books apparently mention the Moon-Eyed people in there when mentioning the history of the land. And also, it is Cherokee tradition to talk about the Moon-Eyed people. It's part of their history. There's also a ton of other books. Also, in some later accounts, the Moon-Eyed people have become inseparable from a Welsh explorer named Maddock. Hold on. Maddock Owen Gwynedid? Listen. Oh, he's another one that sailed to the United States before Columbus. So, a Welsh prince who sailed to the Americas in 1170, over 300 years before. And this is also folklore. So they're saying that this story is not true as well. This is just the story on the streets, right? I don't understand these things. According to folklore, a Welsh prince who sailed to the Americas in 1170, over 300 years before Christopher Columbus's voyage in 1492. Maddock was a son of Owen Gwynedd, who went to the sea to flee violence at home. The Maddock story evolved from a medieval tradition about a Welsh hero's sea voyage to which only allusions survive. Allusions survive? Listen. Oh, here we go. The Maddock story remained popular in later centuries, and later development said that Maddock's voyages had intermarried with local Native Americans and that their Welsh-speaking descendants still lived in the United States. These Welsh Indians were created with the construction of landmarks in the Midwest United States, and a number of white travelers were inspired to search them. The Maddock story has been the subject of much fantasy in the context of pre-Columbian transoceanic contact theories. Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh shit, there's a picture of one of them, allegedly. Allegedly, that's one of them. The white girl in the middle, of course. Allegedly, it's under Moon-Eyed. Unknown carves visit. Hold on one second. Oh, here it is. Hushed up in history. History and in the same neighborhood. They are spoken, documented, passed down, and sometimes they cross paths and give each other a knowing nod. The weight of which only they fully understand. Fort Mountain State Park in Georgia is one of those places where history and folklore meet. The story is a strange one, and it covers up lots of miles, stretching from Alabama all the way to Delaware. But in Murphy, North Carolina, the words are allegedly given a shape. Enclosed in the case inside the Cherokee County Historical Museum, they rest, standing upright with their eyes gazing out and inviting visitors to stare back at them intently. So they're talking about the statues. The Cherokee people have a vibrant culture that is filled with deep, cherished myths, legend, and histories of their people and their ancestral home in the mountains of southern Appalachia. According to the Cherokee, the Smoky Mountains were formed by a giant buzzard after the giant flood. The exhausted bird fell to the earth, and the mountains erupted up from where the massive wings impacted the ground. In the years since the creation of the mountains, the Cherokee interacted with many spirits, many creatures, and according to their oral tradition, a civilization of people was there before them with extremely pale white skin, fine hair, and eyes that were so sensitive to sunlight that they spent the daylight hours living underground. The first written account of these people comes from European botanist Smith Barton? Anyways, who wrote in 1797 that he learned about these people from the first-hand account of Colonel Leonard Marbury, an intermediary between the American government and the Cherokee tribe. The Cherokee people had a strong belief in things most people today would consider supernatural. But in their stories of the Moon-Eyed people, they were never referred to as something otherworldly. They were considered and spoken about as another culture of human beings, ones that were living in Appalachia before the Cherokee Indians arrived. John Haywood was one of America's earliest historians, and he collected the stories that were passed down through generations of the Cherokee people. Among the stories he documented were some similar accounts reported by Burton that the Cherokee arrived at the mountains and along the Tennessee River. They encountered white people and the fortifications that contained hoes, axes, and guns and other metallic utensils. There were the fortifications themselves, made of precisely arranged stone and stretching all the way down from the Tennessee River down the Chickamauga Creek, were these fortifications created for protections from natural things or people. So these are the stones that we were talking about that's littered. Apparently they're all over Tennessee and Georgia. And I showed y'all, it's like all of these stones, and it just looks like a rock, they walked here from India. You can't walk here from India. You can't walk here from India. Good morning, Nacha Pancake. Hell, if you could walk here from India, I'd be in India because I would have done walk to India. You know? Oh God. Bangladesh. No, there was another guy. What's his name? Nick Freitas. He went out during the raid in Los Angeles. That video in less than 8 hours had 1 million views. What's his name? I think it's Nick Freitas, but I could be wrong. I really like him. He's a young guy. He's probably 20, 25. He went downtown during the LA riots yesterday and got footage of everything, first-hand footage, better than the media. And it went viral overnight. literally, I saw it when it was at 8 hours and it had 1 million views. I was like, damn. I literally commented and said, I can't wait to be like you when I grow up. Which is comical because I have like 15 years on the kid. And he's clearly not a kid because he's out here being more brave than the media. So, props to him. Props to him. That's the type of people we need to put on pedestals in society. People that are actually out here risking their lives to spread truth. Great guy, by the way. Great guy. Oh, Lord. People are so weird. Anyone being a pervert will be blocked immediately. It's 100 degrees outside. Get it together. I'm literally sitting in the air and it's hot. So this was that chief that the governor sat down with that was 90 years old when he said that it was white. I don't plan on getting mods. I've already said that. Like, y'all really? Oh, I try so hard. So that was the Cherokee Indian that said that people that built those rock walls, and it was the white people that came over the water with blue eyes. I read somewhere else that these people started having children together. When the Cherokees moved here to the southern Appalachian Mountains around 1100 AD, in their myths and legends, they say that a race of people were already here. They were short, white, fat, and blue-eyed. They would only come out at night, and they lived in caves. So, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that if the Cherokees said that these people were here, then they were in fact here. Their history, by their own account, states that there was white people with blue eyes that they called the Moon People that inhabited the land before they settled here in 1100 AD. We'll probably never know, but there was voyages to the Americas way before Columbus discovered this land. There was people coming and going all over this land from other countries doing exploration. So there's no telling if they were Welsh, if they were Irish, if they were from some voyage and they had gotten stranded here, which is more likely than not. That's how most of us ended up here. So we immigrated here. Where is... I want my toothpickers. We're all immigrants. Y'all. What time is it? Let's go to the Dollar Tree. I need toothpick. I don't know where they're at. I think I was out. That is a necessity. I'm not letting my teeth rot. I don't know where the bag went. There was a bag that had like 2 of them left in it, and now it's gone because I know where nothing is because I had to pull everything out of my truck, and now it's a fucking disaster. I'm sick of this. I will never go through this again. I cannot wait for them to take this goddamn truck so I can be done with this shit. Everything's everywhere. I can't find nothing. Every 3 months, it's the same thing. Let's clean the truck out. Let's fucking put everything in storage. Then let's go get everything out of storage and put it back in the truck. I'm exhausted. I'm not doing this anymore. That's the main reason I want the motherfucker to go back. Maybe if it gets so goddamn bad, I'll actually get some help eventually. It's ridiculous. I gotta leave the truck running because the computer's charging. I got chicken in my teeth and I can't think. That's a sensory problem. Good morning. Good. Oh, they got Gary. I'm going to do these because I get 60. No problem. Chicken for breakfast, and now I got chicken in my teeth, and it's aggravating me so bad. Good. I'm good. Thank you. Mm-mm. Thank you. No, I'm good. Have a good day. Computer's charging. There's nowhere to charge it. You're not allowed to go into McDonald's or Burger King or Starbucks anymore. Not unless you're spending money. They have a closed door policy now. So you can't even go into McDonald's or Starbucks to charge your devices. They have a closed door policy because of the homeless problem in society. Homeless people, that's their only place to charge their devices. So they flock to those places, and now the businesses, and I get why. A lot of the people that do that are disrespectful as hell. I see bots. So I think that resources are being destroyed to homeless people, and they have been for years. Resources that they need to survive. Shower, food. You would think in this modern age that there would be more resources than ever, but I can assure you that it's quite the opposite. All systems are down. Hell, there's not even a shelter for me to go to. They're packed. They don't have room. Women and children come first. And I don't have children, so they won't take me as a woman without children. I need a toothbrush. Damn, I wonder how long that's going to take to charge. I need to do schoolwork. I need to check my email. What are you doing, sir? it. Yeah, by my calculation, just from the past 6 months that I've been keeping records of, based off that CPM, they owe me over $100,000. YouTube owes me over $100,000 for the last 6 months. Based off of the contract that we have. Based off of that CPM. Based off of the contract that we currently have. You saw it. 90,000 views and no money. So, it's just crazy. Just that one would have been, what, $900? Something like that. Makes me so mad. Let's do $11. 11 times 90. That's almost $1,000 for that one video. For that one video. What if I don't like the majority of my followers? What if I realize that they're here just to troll me and try to get a reaction out of me and upset me even more? What if I noticed that I block some of my followers, they create a fake account, and then they pop up a month later? So I have to block them again. Y'all don't understand the level of psychos that this platform brings out in society. That good advice, I've been watching that account for a few months. It's a fake account. And I've let it slide and I'm done. It's just crazy. It's like, what in the world is going on? I've had that happen so many times. They just create a new account. You block them and they come back. That is the definition of a stalker. When I say leave me alone, stay out of my face, keep your opinion to yourself, and stay away from me, and you keep popping up, that makes you a stalker, homie. When a girl says no, and you say yes, that makes you a stalker. It's crazy. Hey, Perfectly Imperfect. Thank you for becoming a channel member. I'm sorry I'm driving. I'll look at it in just a second. Thank you. I need glasses. Probably not now. There's road construction crews out. I'm gonna focus on the road before I hit somebody. She was mad as hell on live and ran over a damn electrician in the middle of the road intentionally. We saw her mow him down. I can hear the headlines now. Madison woman kills electrician with a Chevrolet. She mowed him down off of Main Street while on Facebook Live. Facebook Live. Does Facebook even have a live? It shouldn't. Facebook is the worst platform ever. I call it the book of face because it's all these perverts trying to become your friend so that because they looking for a girlfriend. It's weird. I stay off of Facebook. That shit's stupid. Yeah, I call it the book of face. Because you can always go there and get some face. It's so true. It's so true. It's like the worst types of people are on Facebook too. You know? Karens. Yeah. No. I really do. What if I don't like some of my own followers? What if I realize that half of the people that follow me are trolling my channel? What if I just block them all? I wish I could. I do. I wish I could. Hell, I wish I could throat punch every fake person in the world. I wish they'd just line up. Because a throat punch will change that behavior. 100%. 100%. It's shame that brings people to change. Let's bring back shame. And throat punching. Oh, God. Yeah, I just had to mention this morning how much I make off of memberships. It's less than 1% of what I make. I mean, thank you for getting a membership, but I'm saying this because I had people that would come to my channel and then buy a membership, and they thought that that membership was going to give them physical access to me. Do you know how crazy you have to be? When I teach young girls not to meet people off the internet and you're trying to get your hooks in me through the internet, do you know how dumb you have to be? And then you want to say I'm the bad guy. I ain't the bad guy. I'm the smart guy. That's not going to end up dead because some pervert done damn killed her off the internet because she gave him access. Thank you to become... Oh, Lord. Thank you for becoming a bronze member. Thank you. Anyone asking a question that's personal that has not took the time to go find my other videos where I talk about personal stuff will be blocked. I'm not here to answer your questions. I don't make enough money to give a fuck. Capiche? Got it? Love you. I disclose personal shit all the time. That's probably why these fuckers think they can come here and ask me personal questions. No, you need to revert back to yesterday's video. And the day before that, and the day before that, because I've said the same things for 2 years. I have. Every day for 2 years, I've said the same thing. I've been the same person, working on change for 2 years. And people still come and ask when there's thousands of videos that explain everything. If you really care, go find it. Today, I'm working out. My pants are falling down. Ugh. They're literally... I need breeches. I think I got some in the truck. I got those navy shorts I can change into, probably. It'll fit. Oh, I need caffeine. I didn't even drink all this. I brushed my teeth. Alright, I gotta do some cleaning. I got too much stuff going on here. And not enough water. I'm out. Of course I am. You go through a fucking case or two a week just brushing your teeth. I'm gonna let that sit. Rinse this out. That's that one guy that keeps stalking me until he's in a red old school Suburban. I've done ran into him 15 times. Every time I go live, he goes driving by my live. I've done got him on camera 6 times. It's crazy. It's another one of my stalkers. It's a small town with less than 2,000 people. And they think that I'm some internet star or something. And they like to come out and try to interrupt my lives with music so that it gets taken down and I don't make money off of it. Imagine people that have homes and careers and jobs and families coming out to intentionally fuck up a homeless girl's life so that she can't put food on the table. It does go that deep. It goes exactly that fucking deep. I lost 80 goddamn pounds in a year. You're not going to tell me that it doesn't go that fucking deep when I lost 80 pounds from fucking starvation. Fuck, my own followers did the same shit. Calling the EBT office. Well, guess what? Joke's on you. I'll never get EBT again. Won't be able to do that anymore. Won't be able to do shit. You want to pay for them? Anyone saying something stupid will be blocked. I am bodyguard. You notice nobody ever doing shit. The best that they can do is drive by and be passive aggressive because they're the exact type of bitch that I would punch in the face, and they know that. That's why they never roll up on me. I've had dozens, if not 100, maybe 150 people that have tried to interact with me in public and start shit, but they never do anything. They never walk up to me and say, Brooke, you're evil, or Brooke, you're mean, or they never walk up and do that. They want to drive by when I'm on live. They want to drive by blaring music, or if I'm in bed, they want to roll up, slamming their car doors next to my car. Nobody has ever, not one person, has ever fucking confronted me in person. That shows me how many bitches there are in society because I've been training to whoop one of you motherfuckers' asses. And I'm going to keep training. Because somebody will get a wild hair one day. It's usually perverts that I have to like shut down. But it's no respectable members of society. These are all losers. You can look at his car and tell he's a loser. People have a look. Usually looks like trash. Probably means that they are. They won't do shit. Never. I ain't got no caffeine. This is sad. I ain't got no caffeine. I ain't got no caffeine. Let's fix that. Well, dudes be like, oh, I met her on the internet and then she stole my wallet and fucking crashed my car. So you did that to yourself. So you did that to yourself. Because you met some bitch off the internet. Who thinks that that's a good idea? See, that's the problem. That's why I have problems. Y'all think that it's normal to meet someone off the internet. But people call me crazy. What level of protection should I need? What level? Where's it all at? Where's all my shit? I don't even know where my weapons are. Hold on. Let's see how many Brooke can grab in 5 seconds. What kind of protection do I need? And this ain't it, honey. This is just what's in an arm reach. What kind of protection do I need? Whatever are you talking about? What kind of protection would I need? This is just in an arm's reach. Ain't she a beauty? She's a beauty. What kind of protection do I need? I am protection. Anybody want to hire me? I'd appreciate it. I know how to diffuse. I choose not to on live. Have to amp it up so they know you're officially crazy so they don't come after you. You know what I mean? The perverts. The perverts. The trolls, I'm waiting. The trolls I'm waiting for. They'll never do it because they're pussies. What kind of protection are you talking about? I hope you got protection if you run into me. And you out here trying to start something. You gonna be wishing you had bodyguards. Yeah. My specialty is 2-on-1. I have a criminal record that says so. But I've fought 4-on-1 before and succeeded. Try me. I was jumped by 4 girls in high school because I was white. And all of them were injured. Ben L. Smith High School. Try me. And then 2 years I went to prison for a 2-on-1 fight. 2 girls jumped me and I fought back, and they were seriously injured and had to be life flighted to Duke Hospital. Y'all are cute. I've been fighting my whole life. I hope you have weapons when you show up to confront me. I'm waiting. Still ain't happened. After 2 years, everybody has so much negative shit to say on the internet, but not one person is rolled up to confront me. And I'll be blasted. Y'all see where I am? Why do y'all think I show where I am every day? It's a bait and trap, baby. Bait and trap. I've been waiting. Everybody got so much to say on the internet, but nobody wants to show up and actually say anything to my face. I hope you got weapons when you show up, because those are just the ones at my arm's reach. I've got 5 or 6 tucked under that mattress back there, and 2 or 3 in my dresser. So, oh, and 2 in the back of the seat. Oh, and 1 in the door over there. I hope you got weapons. How do you protect yourself? I love it. I love it. My computer is never going to charge. The struggle is real. Oh, to have a mommy and daddy's house that I could go to shower and plug it up. The dream. Is it even charged at all? I had it and then I didn't. Where does everything go? Y'all, it's so hot already. They said it's only supposed to be 80 degrees today. It already feels like 80 degrees and it's 10:14 a.m. They don't know what they're doing. I do a better job at meteorology than they ever have. I do a better job every day. How many times do we check the weather and then I say it's going to be 92 and it's 92? More often than not. They'll be like, oh, it's going to be 75, blah, 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 blah. I step outside. I'm like, no, it's not. It's going to be 95, and it's 95. It's crazy. And I don't even have a Doppler radar. I just got common sense and intuition. And they still can't figure it out with that damn... How much are those things? Those things are probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions. A Doppler radar? You got millions of dollars equipment and you still can't tell us what the temperature's gonna be? But I ain't even got 2 brain cells to rub together and I know it every day. Every day I get it right, almost. Almost every day. I might be a point or 2 off, but... I'm not gonna get upset. It's not due till Friday. I can do it the whole week. But how the fuck am I going to charge my computer? Because it's not charging. It won't even cut on. Oh. We got life. We got life. We got life. No, y'all don't need to be worried about them weapons. You need to be worried about these weapons. Those weapons would kill you a lot slower than these are gonna, because I'm gonna make sure it's painful, honey. I'm gonna make sure it's painful. I ain't trying to use these weapons. I'm trying to get you in a headlock and choke your ass out every 5 minutes. Tie you the fuck up and choke you out some more. Slap you awake and pull your fingernails out. Y'all don't know who you're fucking dealing with. You're 98% there. Keep your computer on. What are you doing? Updating when I need to be doing school? Yes. Did I confirm that? No. Did I tell you that you could update? No. And how are you updating with no Wi-Fi? Oh, shit. How is it updating with no Wi-Fi? Riddle me this, Batman. Don't you have to have it? My window's coming undone. Don't you have to damn... Oh, thank God. Hold on. Come on. I'm at 10%. Oh well. Hi, it's Brooke Clark. I'm just sending you an email to let you know that I'm even worse off than last week, and I can't even charge my computer now. So my assignments have not been done because I can't afford to pay $15 for a cup of coffee at Starbucks in order to charge my computer, or I can't afford $30 to charge it in my car. Duly noted. I don't even think this matches, but I'm gonna wear it together. And actually, I might just throw these shorts on because I already got this top on and I'm being lazy and I don't care if I match. I'm homeless. Let's look the part. Let's look the part. Oh, it is on Wi-Fi. It automatically logged into theirs. I need caffeine, and we just went in the Dollar Tree, and I didn't know I didn't have caffeine. Come on, man. This thing sounds like it's drying clothes or something. It's got a little fan in the bottom of it. It's extremely loud. It sounds like it's baking cookies in there or something. I don't know. It smells like it sounds like an oven or something. Come on. Work. Yo. I got an 89 on my... I wrote that paper yesterday. Y'all sat with me. I got an 89 on that paper I wrote yesterday in less than an hour. How? How? Great question. Great question. I didn't even think it was enough words. Oh, I didn't put the spaces in between it. So it is. I got an 89. And I literally typed that out in less than an hour. I was supposed to do it from the weekend. I was supposed to have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to complete it. And it was due on Monday. And I made an 89. I did it less than 40 minutes. Ah, that's crazy. I'm telling you, if I had a stable environment, it'd be over for these bitches. I'd be fucking valedictorian everywhere I fucking went. It's crazy. Valedictorian? I forget how to say it. I don't understand YouTube. They sent me a guidelines thing from 3 months ago of a fist. So do y'all remember the video of the old lady being a Karen? She gets out of the car, she steps to some kid, she whacks the kid in the face, and then the kid steals off on her and knocks her old ass to the ground. Remember that? YouTube 6 months later sends me a policy thing, and it says, was this a fair fight? That was the name of the video. Was this a fair fight? Because it shows this woman assaulting a juvenile, and then the juvenile whoops her ass. Fair and square. Fair and square. It says that your content was age restricted because of violent and graphic content. You know, the crazy thing is they restrict me so much that I don't see them mess with other channels like they do mine. They're constantly just sending me bullshit. Oh, age restriction, age restriction. Well, when you go to post a video, you have to click on the 18 years or older. So all of my videos are age restricted. All of them. I make sure of that. Then they send me notifications saying that they've restricted my video. Well, I already restricted it. So that's your problem. Your system has a glitch because I restricted it to 18 years and above. Man, they make me so mad. They make me so mad. $89. What is that? Is that a B? That's a B plus? It's a B plus. I mean, at this point, my GPA is going to be like 3.8, which is crazy, with no formal education. It's what it's setting at now, 3.6 to 3.8. It's crazy. The sky's the limit. That has got to charge. I've got to do my little quizzes and stuff because it's like 4 categories of bullcrap that I have to do. But I need caffeine. I'm going to work out and then I'm going to finish my schoolwork. Damn it. I dropped something. I need to change. They've never banned me for anything. I make money off of them. They give me money. Anybody caught lying will be blocked. What a bitch. I wish I could punch that bitch in the face. Oh, shorts, check. That fit, check. B plus, not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'll take it. We got to go to a different park. I'm not going back to that park that has the fucking gravel. They can kiss my ass. That's the park that the cop wants me to work out at. They can kiss my ass. I'm not going back to that park. I can't do push-ups on the ground because of the gravel. I can't get a good stance on my feet because of the gravel. So I'm going somewhere with grass. If the cops want to show up and fight this morning, we can fucking do it. Dumbasses. Same motherfucking pigs, different city. Caffeine. I need caffeine. I'm going to go in here and see this same lady at the Dollar Tree. She's going to be like, you're back. I'm going to be like, yeah, girl. I have the memory of Dory. I'll probably be back before the end of the day. I forget everything. I get in here and then I'm like, damn. I get halfway home and I'm like, damn. I forgot water. I forgot dish soap. I forgot this. I forgot that. I used to go to the grocery store once or twice a month, but now I don't make the money to do that. So we haven't been to the grocery store in 2 months. So it actually costs you more money not having the money to buy groceries because you're running back and forth to the store every day. because you're not able to buy everything that you need all at once. You're making multiple trips to the store. So it ends up costing you more money in gas than it would have been to buy groceries. But because you don't have money to buy groceries, you're spending more money in gas. Car life becomes more expensive. I need a... How much money do we have in there? Let's see. $8. Let's go. I need water too. I need water and caffeine. I don't know where my damn thing is. Yeah, they are. Ooh, that's hydrate. I'm gonna try one of these. Hydrate. Nope. I want energy. Hydrate. I actually want the blue ones because I don't like the red dye 40, but whatever. Electrolytes, because I'm out, and you need those living out of a car. I forgot water. Grab one of these little ones that'll last me probably about 3 hours. I go through about, I would say about 2 or 3 liters a day. Have to brush your teeth, you need water. Have to wash your face, you need water. You need to rinse out anything, you need water. Drinking water. Cooking water. I go through about 1 or 2 of those big cases a week. About 8 of them. I'd say about 6 to 8 of those big cases a month. Thank you. So that's going to be a huge expense. $50 to $100 a month for water. Thank you. You too. People don't think about stuff like that until they move into a car, and then the cost hits them. They're like, oh God, I didn't know I was going to have to spend $100 a month on water. Well, that's why I'm saying it, because all these van lifers out here are going to lie to you because they're trying to make money off of you by showcasing their lifestyle. I've never done that. I don't want to make money off of you. I want Google to pay me what they owe me and stop exploiting people. That'll never happen. That's how they make their billions. Anyone that looks like a child will be blocked. Anyone trolling will be blocked. There we go. Anyone expecting me to repeat myself will be blocked. I'll block everything if I can. Would love to. Oh. You know, not one person in this comment section knows me personally. And they come here acting like they know me. It's crazy. Not one of them's ever even met me. Not even met me. It's a hydration packet. It's gonna go in this one. Or actually, I'm going to put... I've never had this brand before. Peak H2O. It's got red number 5 in it, which my body doesn't run good on, but whatever. It's all I got. That's all they... My body doesn't run well on red number 40. It's a neurotoxin. That's why you can't think when you have them Celsius and all that shit. It's horrible. I need caffeine though. I wish they had the blue ones, because the blue number 5 or 1 is not as bad. Hey, this one ain't dark. Maybe there's not much in this one. It ain't that dark. I hope not. I don't know why they even got to put that shit in there. They don't. They don't. They do it so that it looks pretty. There's no nutritional benefit of the food dye. It's bad for the brain. And matter of fact, it's horrible for children. That's probably what's wrong with me. All these damn dyes I done had over the years. It causes neurological problems, not to mention behavioral issues, ADHD. And if you've got ADHD, it makes it worse. Look how red that is. Which one was which? I think this was the caffeine, right? Shit. Energy, yes. So it's not, the energy one is not as dark as the hydration one. Let me tell you something. This does not hydrate you if it's this color. Your body, your kidneys and liver is going to be working double overtime to get this dye out of your system. So it defeats the whole purpose of hydration when the drink is full of neurotoxins that's going to pollute your fucking system. It's going to cause you to be more dehydrated. Well, I've bought it now, so we're going to drink it. But I just want to be clear. I would not have bought this if I knew that it was this. It sucks. They didn't have nothing else, so I had to do it. My electrolytes that you see that I get are either clear or yellow. And there's a reason for that. Yeah, I know, and those people are stupid. Those people are stupid. Anybody meeting anybody off the internet is an idiot. That's what's wrong with society. I really am just like at a point in my life where, I don't know, where are all the like-minded people that get it? You know what I think it is nobody's ever been in my position. Not most of the people that come to this channel. They don't get it because they can't fathom it. Yeah, if you meet somebody off the internet and then you get killed, that was your own fault. You deserve to be killed for being stupid enough to meet somebody off the internet. The devil is seeped into y'all's lives, and y'all don't even realize it. Dating apps are the devil. That is the lure of the devil, trying to entice you into being vile. It's a trap. That's the devil's work. He'll give you everything you ever dreamed of. You just got to go work for him. I talk about dating apps all the time, and here I am talking about it again because people still don't get it. You're asking to be murdered. You're asking to be robbed. And when it happens to you, don't come to me crying because I told you stop meeting people off the internet. That includes social media platforms, dating apps. I don't give a fuck what form of social media. You should not be meeting people off the internet. I don't care if you met them through the Xbox. When your ass gets murdered, you will get no sympathy from me because you made the choice to do something extremely dangerous, which was what? Meet people off the internet. Looking for love in all the wrong places. looking for love in all the wrong places. You don't look for love on the internet. You look for love intrinsically. And once you reach the point of self-love, then you know that you're ready to be back out on the market. 90% of Americans are not there yet. They're so extremely toxic and damaged that what they do is they bring their baggage into their new relationship and they drag their new significant down with their bullshit. That's 90% of relationships, and don't tell me it's not, because look at the divorce rate. 40, 50% of marriages end with divorce. Marriages that should have never even been finalized because the people that walked into them were too damaged to be in relationships to start with. This is why people don't like me. They don't want to hear that their marriage is falling apart because they had trauma that was unresolved. That makes their marriage failures their fault. Well, it's one of you guys' two faults, and I wouldn't put the blame solely on you. I know how these things work. It's both parties. But, you know, people take it personal because they don't want to admit that they got problems. They don't want to admit that there's things they need to change. People say I don't take accountability. If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm the queen of accountability. You suck my dick. Oh, God. I get on here and talk about how I slapped an ex-boyfriend around, how I poorly to an ex, and people say I don't take accountability. If you don't suck my dick and shut the fuck up, I'm gonna hunt you down. God. Oh, damn, Papa. Yeah, people don't want to hear the truth because they revel in Satan's lair. They work for the devil and they don't even know it. I have on a nicotine patch. This son of a bitch in front of me does not know how to drive. I just gotta see him. Oh, Brooke, don't start nothing this morning. He's on the phone and I want to roll the window down and be like, maybe you shouldn't be on the phone when you're in that damn truck. Look at this. Look, on the fucking phone in that big ass truck. Now I'm the bad guy if I roll the window down and say, excuse me, maybe you need to stay the fuck off the phone while you driving that big motherfucker. Then I'm the bad guy when he almost hit me 3 times. Grow up. In that big old truck on the phone. The phone was as big as the truck was. Got his head up his ass. Being freight this morning. Hold on. Nobody knows how to fucking drive anymore. What was I expecting? My phone might not work here. It never does. It's a pretty part. With grass. So I can work out. I gotta leave my truck running for the computer. All that gas I just bought. Well, it wasn't all that gas. It was a little over a half a tank. And that shit'll be gone by tonight. You know what I mean? Oh, can't say nothing now, can ya? Oh, cat's got your tongue. Sorry, I'm such a child. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I wish they'd run up so they can get done up. I came to YouTube to talk about important shit. I never knew I'd make a career off of shit talking. But here we are. Here we are. Living the dream. God said, what do you want to do for work? I said, fight. He said, okay, bet. Headphones for the ears. Anybody have a hair clip? I need a hair clip. Anybody got a hair? I found one, but it doesn't really hold my hair. What if I tell y'all that I do not feel like walking today? I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like doing nothing. I really don't. It's probably because I haven't had music. Gotta wake up. I still haven't had caffeine. And now I feel like I have to pee. Of course I do. No bathroom. Well, there is a bathroom, but it's probably not open. Keys. I don't feel like doing shit, y'all. I'm ovulating, and I feel like ass. I really love that new Manson song. It's my favorite song right now. Enjoying life, recreation parks. Did you ever watch Parks and Rec? They say it was good. Rocky Mount. There's a huge prison there. Women's prison in Rocky Mount. It's a drug rehab facility. Horrible place. Lots of torture, violence, and inmate abuse that's went on in that place for years, decades. Black Mountain, Rocky Mount, right? They say it's a drug rehab that's ran through the Department of Corrections. I say different. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are allowed to come and talk trash to me, but the moment I talk trash back, then I'm the problem. People need to grow up. People need to grow up. I'm sick of it. It's always been like that. I literally can have somebody come up to me in the street, punch me in the face. Everything could be filmed on camera, and people would be saying that I deserved it, that I was in the wrong, when I didn't do anything at all. That's how much society wants to hate the victim, hate the pretty girl, hate the girl that has backbone, hate the girl that says things they're too scared to say. That's how much society wants to hate the good person. It's always been this way. I guess YouTube was the platform for me to realize why this was taking place, because I never understood the psychology behind the way people treated me up until I got a channel. Then I understood it. It's self-hatred. They hate themselves. That's why people behave that way. Self-hatred and jealousy. Plain and simple. My hair's getting on my nerves. Everything's getting on my nerves. Yeah, I know. I love it. I do love the trolls. Love you, trolls. Thank you. Thank you. Right, left. I really want to stretch my hips like I'm doing. I'm not putting weight on these because I don't have any. Shit's bumming me out. Oh. Oh. Good morning. I get 10 good days a month. Life sucks. I just bypassed the ovulation cycle. The next 10 days are gonna be absolute hell. I get 10 good days a month and 20 bad days. That's what PMDD is. I wonder how many women are out here walking around with this and don't know because they haven't been properly diagnosed. This type of mental health disorder disrupts your school, your personal relationships, and your work. Women have killed people. Oopsie. You caught her on the bad 20 days. You should have caught her on the 10 good ones. Seriously. It's an epidemic and nobody even talks about it. All right, I'm gonna try to do something. I gotta try. Screaming when we fight. Screaming when we... Let me try to do some push-ups. I'm gonna do something. I have to. I feel like shit, but I'm gonna do it. I can see that. Hello. Some of y'all are so hard for me and it shows. We have a visitor. 12 o'clock. Need glasses. This is the perfect example to talk about this. So there's a thing that men do with dogs. They bring their dogs out. I had one guy one time. I was sitting in the truck and I had the passenger door or the driver's door open. And I saw this guy at Hannah Park let his dog off the leash so that his dog would run over to my car so that he would have a reason to divert from walking with his dog to talking to me. I physically witnessed him remove the leash and let his dog run to my car, so that he then, as the owner of that dog, had to come running after the dog so that he would be near me in a situation where he could speak to me. Ladies, this is a ruse. Ted Bundy used the same ruse to kidnap, rape, and torture women. That was actually what he specifically did. He used dogs and a broken arm and crunches to talk people into his car. Be careful. Be careful. First of all, this little old man over here, walking right there, when he passed me, he was not a pervert. There is something that us women can see behind the eyes of men who are lusting after us. It is a look that they have in their eyes, and you can actually physically see the lust that they have for you. Completely different than the other guy that went walking by with his dog, who, I didn't want to be rude and turn the camera on him, who, by the way, was trying to allow his dog to come over and meet with me when I am trying to talk to you on live. He is still trying to interject himself into my life. Two different types of men in the world. The men that mind their business and the men that use their dogs as a conversation starter to talk to pretty women. Those are dangerous. Those are dangerous. Only a certain type of desperate person would be out here doing something like that in a public park where people come to work out and play and enjoy their walk. I can look in most people's eyes and tell you whether or not they have nefarious intentions, because of the fact that I've been living out here in the streets for 30-something years. I can look at someone and feel their energy. I know that sounds crazy, and I feel crazy saying it because I just realized this like 3 months ago. Like, I always knew it internally that I was an empath, that I could pick up on things that most people don't pick up on. But I never really understood how I could look at somebody and know that a whole situation was about to go down and that it was about to be bad. How many times on live have I said, oh my God, we're about to have some shit go down. I flipped the camera around and y'all were like, what are you talking about? It's just somebody minding their business. And then all of a sudden shit starts popping off. How many times? Almost every time. Every time I've ever said, oh God, y'all, here we go. Some shit goes down. And nothing had even started in the situation to indicate that shit was about to go south, but somehow I felt the energy and knew that it was about to go south. I'm sick of ignoring God's talking to me, and so I'm sick of ignoring it so that I don't seem crazy. And what it is there's actually a scientific reason for this. It's called intuition. It's as basic as that. I've been out here dealing with the most nefarious types of characters my entire life, the lowest of lowest in society, that I have a knack for reading a room now. It's as simple as that. There's a psychological reason for it, and it's that I've been exposed to the most horrible things in the world, and so I have a knack for being able to pick up on situations quickly. That's, that's a great tool to have. Intuition, awareness, survival instincts, that's great. But it's sad that I had to go through so much trauma and abuse to even get to the point to where I see things and people for who they are. Because I want to be trusting of everybody. But every time I am, I have my life, my child, my home, my money, everything stolen from me. So why would I want to go back there? Clearly God is telling me not to trust people. I think it is too. Yeah, that one guy went by, he was super nice. He didn't, or I don't even think he said anything. And then the other guy comes with the dog, and I'm like, oh God, oh God. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna try to do some push-ups. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I've been slacking on my workouts. Sometimes you feel like your progress is stalled because you're stalled, but it's not. Muscle memory will snap back. Y'all see that sometimes I go 4 or 5 days without working out, and then I hit it hard when I go back. Let's look. You really only need like 3 days a week. Maybe like 30 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour. Dang it. I don't know how to work this iPhone, y'all. Here we go. So I actually took a week off. I'm sorry, it's the pollen. It's the pollen. Damn bees are killing me. It says it's only supposed to be 80 here, Scott, but I don't know. It feels hotter already. So I took a week off. Damn, I haven't had a lot of rest days. You did 19 of the last 28 days. That's not bad. I'm just an overachiever. Always have been. I go hard with everything. If I'm gonna do something, I ain't gonna half-ass do it, you know? My mom and daddy taught me, if you're gonna do something, do it the right way and don't half-ass do it. So I'm a overachiever. I don't know. Let's see. God, now I'm snotting. Gotta pee. It says 73 and the high is 82, but the humidity is almost 80%. And don't it make it feel hotter, or is it me? Does the humidity higher make it feel hotter and stickier? Or is that me? I feel like it's hotter and stickier and muggier when the humidity is higher. Which would make sense, right? Ugh. I don't know, you can just kind of feel things and see the way that people are looking at you. I'm gonna do some push-ups. My nose is running from the pollen. Cute little baby. I'm gonna get me a dog one day. I'm gonna get me one. Oh, y'all, this pollen's got me all messed up. You know my desire. Who is this? Sleep token. Great one. All right. I don't feel like this at all. I don't wanna. I just need to move a little bit. Because the more depressed I'll get. So I gotta move today. Even though I don't want to. I need to be in the sunshine, because if I'm not, I'll get even more depressed. Damn it, my watch ain't even working. What I have become. My mind, those eyes like fire. I'm a dance at your funeral fire. June. Sharpest teeth, you know my desire. So we usually use a 15-pound kettlebell for this, but it's in storage, so, and this is kicking my ass, so I clearly don't need it. Push-ups. Something's better than nothing. Oh, okay. That makes sense. The higher the humidity, the more sticky you are. I'm snotting. Please don't make me snot everywhere. Ugh. I ain't even got my heart rate up into 130 yet. Alright. Oh, my hamstring. There is a hollow in me now. So I put my faith. When you're giving me such sweet nothing. Ugh. I forgot to count. For me to let it go. Banger. God, it's been a banger for like 10 years. Calvin Harris. Sweet Nothings. Calvin Harris and Florence and the Machine. Florence Welch. Banger. Ugh. The words are empty, yeah. It's not so bad. $132. God, I'm gonna have to have a heart attack to get it up. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Welcome back. Damn it, Bobby. I need sneakers. I ain't got none. I don't know where they're at. Ugh. I'm not counting. I don't care. $146. I want a cigarette. Rain 6 out of 7 days. That sucks. I haven't been to Miami in years. I haven't been in forever. Probably 2019. I used to like every weekend back in like 2015, 2016. I drive down there overnight. It was nothing for me to go and work. Drive overnight, work the weekend, and then come back on Monday with a bag. You can't do that nowhere. All right, right leg. This guy is weed eating on a motorized scooter. Shut the front door. Look at this. Where's he at? He's weed eating on a Segway. Look, he hopped off. He weed eated. Hold on, let's see if he gets back on it. Who's the stalker now? He's cool though. Oh God, now I'm starting to get it. Oh God. Epiphany moment. Get back on it. There he goes. Hey. This generation, no shit. I just wonder if he was getting hired for the job and he's like, well, can I work on my Segway? Otherwise, I don't want the job. Like, that's funny. That's cool though. Good for him. Making the best of his situation during a shitty, wet, grass cutting, pollinated day. Good for him. He's probably the talk of his job. What leg was that? Shit. I'm gonna swing with it. I'm gonna wing it. I'm not really doing this to see growth. I'm doing this to stretch my hips and also just to get my body moving. I'm not really working out today. We're just gonna try to move and stay in the sun so we don't get depressed sitting in the car. Because that's our options. Be outside and move, or sit in the car and be depressed. We did a year of sitting in the car depressed last year. You can go watch that. It's a mess. We're just gonna try to get our bodies moving. Ugh. Having a problem.
Can I quit now? Work smarter, not harder. I know, that was cool. Oh, he's got a little truck. He's got a little work. There he is. Throw his Segway back there. So let me see those hands. Caramel. Oh. I need to make a new playlist, y'all. We ain't got nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, I do. I got a few. So I want rapper rock. Rapper rock. Rock. Oh God. It's so pretty. It's perfect weather. It's 73. It feels hotter. Push-ups. Begins to rise. Breaking Benjamin, classic. Those little teeny trucks are cute. Hey, if I had one of those, I'd build a whole darn bed on the back of it. You build up from that flatbed. That'd be perfect for van life. Build you something. I've seen trucks that build stuff. You can do that. I could build something in the tailgate. So, yeah, that would be perfect for van life. That little thing's probably good on gas, too. It's probably a 4-cylinder. I don't know. I've never drove one. It's cute, though. I could utilize it. But I'm not giving in. Yoga pose. Oh, my hamstrings. Oh my God. Oh my God, my fucking hamstrings. There goes the police. Good morning, officer. How are you doing? My hamstrings from that glute day with the weights. It's mainly my right, but I can lift more with my right than my left. When I do the bull 25 over here and then 27.3 or 2 over here. My cable kickbacks, I can do like 20 over here and like 40 over here. My right leg, my right side is extremely stronger than my left, probably because I'm right-handed. I need to even that shit out before I got muscles looking crazy. I don't think that'll happen, but I've seen it. I've seen one guy that worked out one side of his body for like a year in comparison to the other side. It's crazy. It's on YouTube. It's wild. But I work out both sides, so I don't have to worry about that. Shit. Get off of me, fam. I stepped on a bumblebee a while ago. I didn't mean to. You know I felt bad and I can't stop thinking about it. That's why I'm telling you now. Because it's going to be on my conscience all day. Ugh. All right. One way or another, we're going to do this today. Oh, I hope you're fine. Hello, Malcolm. I'm fine. I love Breaking Benjamin. I did not know that Jared Leto, I did not know he was the lead singer of Killing 30 Seconds to Mars. That's how he got his start. That's who Jared Leto is. He wrote The Kill. He wrote that song and he like come up with the riff in like 30 seconds. It's crazy. It's one of the best songs ever. The Kill by 30 Seconds to Mars. Banger. I did not know that was him. He went from writing songs to being a little baby-faced rock star to Jared Leto. Crazy. What is his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Jared Leto? Leto. Yeah, he's a gorgeous lady. I concur, Walrus. Yes, he's a nice lady. I get it. Yeah, they had a bunch of good songs. So Cold is good too by them. Breaking Benjamin. Really? He wasn't my type. Yeah, but no, I could see it. He was a cute guy even back then. My so-called life. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Now that I watched how he wrote The Kill, now that I saw how he wrote the song, all of this stuff on him and his career has been popping up on my For You page. So now I know a lot about him. He seems like a great guy. I mean, I don't know. I think most people have their controversy. Most people have a past. If they don't, then I'm even more suspicious of them. Well, why ain't you got no past? What was you doing in your teen years? You know what I mean? Like, why ain't you got no past? What was you doing in your 20s? What was you doing in your 30s? Everybody has a past. Everybody has a story. I'm more suspicious of people that don't have a past. You know what I mean? Jared Leto. That's how you say it. Thank you, Jennifer B. Yeah, Jared Leto. Leto. I want to call him something else. Jared Leto. God, I don't do nothing. I'm doing it. I'm going to try to go for 20. Oh, damn it, Bobby. It'd probably help if I put some shoes on, wouldn't it? I don't want to. What is going on right now? YouTube? Hold on. Oh yeah, he was talking shit. I did the right choice. Report. I stopped reporting people because YouTube does nothing. But we'll try it again. Ugh. I lost count. Some days are so hard. So the first comment was I needed to do my Bulgarian split squats different and it would target more of my glute. That was a backhanded comment. And then he said some other shit. When he first made the first comment, I was gonna block him then, but I said no, maybe they're just trying to be helpful. You know, YouTube has been a way for me to gain some patience with the degenerates of society. So I said, no, give him a second chance. Then I give him a second chance and he's still making derogatory statements. So I blocked him. Some of y'all don't pick up on it. I see things for what they are. And ain't nobody gonna disrespect me. If they are, it better be to my fucking face. You can come and disrespect me right here. I'm in Madison, North Carolina. I'm in the park in Mayodan. You can come to disrespect me to my face, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna listen to some keyboard gangster tell me who I am. There's billions of people in the world. I don't have to deal with it. Oh. I've never seen that either. I like Matthew McConaughey too. He's a good one. I love a lot of his movies. I like the thriller. Didn't he have something called like The Lincoln Lawyer? That was really good, if that's who I'm thinking of. He had a few true crime. He lost weight for a role too, didn't he? Extreme weight. Oh no, that's Christian Bale. I like Matthew McConaughey too. I like his more serious roles. I didn't really care for the rom-com stuff. He has a few thrillers in recent years. There was a murder movie about women getting murdered. Matthew McConaughey was in that. And then I think The Lincoln Lawyer. In my opinion, those are some of his best roles. The more serious, real roles. I don't really care for the rom-com stuff. I don't like love movies. It sets unrealistic expectations in the dating world. That's what's wrong with half of these fuckers out here looking for love in all the wrong places now. They've been watching too much damn True Blood and American Horror Story and all this shit, Euphoria, and it's done rotted their brains. They think toxic is normal. Twilight was the one that got them started on that toxic shit, and then that snowballed into all this new movies now. There's a whole subculture of people who live on fantasies out of books and TV shows looking for that same kind of connection in reality when it doesn't exist. I mean, sure, you can find the toxic parts, but you ain't gonna find no vampire to be your boyfriend, girl. Stop dreaming. People are crazy. Now they want to be unicorns and kitty cats. You see how that snowballed? Now they think they're fucking animals. Well, since I can't marry a wolf, I'll be a wolf. Oh, what a sad world. I'm so done. I'm gonna do some more push-ups. McConaughey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I ain't doing nothing today. Being lazy. I'm trying to make it. Look, there he goes. He's on that Segway cut grass. He's on a Segway with a weed eater. Where'd he go? There he goes. Got the weed eater. Is that not crazy? That's great. Good for him. Enjoying his job. Anything to make the day go quicker, right? I'm gonna do some setups too, probably, since I got grass. Ooh. I get stupefied. Oh. I'm ready to run. Now I'm getting going. It's fucking 11:30, my prime time. I'm just gonna stop working out till 11:30 to 2 o'clock. My brain does not work up, like it doesn't wake up until almost lunchtime. And then I'm like, yeah, let's kick ass. I wanna be one of them early girly gym girlies, but I'm not, okay? I wake up, I gotta fight the internet before I can get my workout mine, apparently. I get stupefied. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. A hamstring. Shit. Look in my face, look in my soul. Now I'm starting to feel good. 80 milligrams of caffeine later. Whatever works, right? You are strong. Stronger than you realize. The wedding planner, what's that? Oh, the movie. Yeah. Was that Gwyneth Paltrow or Goldie Hawn's daughter? The wedding planner. Oh, that was Jennifer Lopez, wasn't it? Yeah, it's been a long time. Not necessarily, Malcolm. You never know. I just know I'm stronger than the trolls. JLo, man, she's done fell off. She I mean, I see why people hate her. I see both sides. JLo in recent years become like a Karen. I don't know, is that what? I wouldn't say a Karen. She's just a wretched. She's just wretched, you know. Poor Ben Affleck. I don't care for her either. Her attitude is potty. She's real mightier than thou, you know what I mean? In recent years, she's had some tough luck. Good morning, Emily. Y'all, this grass is burning me. Super ratchet. No, ratchet is a tool. Wretched. So, in recent years, all of these Hooked on Ebonics fans called it ratchet. A ratchet is a tool. The correct terminology would be wretched, and it's with a W. Fun fact. Wretched would actually be what they're trying to say, but they're too stupid to say the right word. They call it ratchet. A ratchet person would be a person that's a tool, because a ratchet is a tool. Wretched, they just don't know the correct terminology. That goes to show how they take things and spin it around and they don't even know what they're talking about. A wretched person is someone is like hard to deal with, a mess, maybe stubborn. There's an actual, it's, fact check me. Wretched is a tool, ratchet is a tool. And wretched would be the correct terminology. And I think it's W-R, I don't know how to spell. It's a W word. Wretched. It's a W word. Like a winch, you know, like an evil winch. Wretched, ratchet, ratchet. I'm gonna start saying ratchet now. I like it. Ratchet. Wretched. There you go. W-R-E-T-C-H-E-D. Wretched. That's what they're trying to say when they say ratchet. They just don't even know because they're just spitting out something somebody else said. But that's how ratchet got its start. It's actually, they were trying to say wretched and they started saying ratchet. And now they sound super stupid because that's a tool in a toolbox. It's crazy. Ain't it crazy how they come up with words? I do the same thing. I make up my own words. But at least my words, you know what I'm talking about. If somebody was like, oh, that's ratchet. Or if somebody said, I don't know. They mean wretched. But they say ratchet. Because they don't know no better. It's a lack of intelligence. Anybody using that word has a lack of intelligence anyways. You know what I mean? Who says that? Just say they're a bitch. Don't say she's ratchet. Say she's a bitch. Wretched. That's what they mean. Ratchet. It's so ratchet. Y'all, it's so hot. My phone's about to die. Per usual. It was fully charged when I got... That's another thing I don't like about this new phone is that it dies quicker than my old iPhone. This one is a 11. The battery will last all day. This one is a 13. The battery lasts a few hours. They're doing that intentionally. They can put batteries in these things that last us for 12 hours. They sure can. They sure can. It's a lie. I don't care what they want to say. We ain't got enough lithium. We ain't got enough this. We ain't got enough that. It's all lies. They manufacture cell phones. They can put a damn battery on that thing that would last us for 3 days. They sure can. That's actually their job. Fucking assholes. Cops rolling by. I'm gonna be here for a while, buddy. So, and you will be too. You're stuck here till 7. Hope you don't have to interact with me today because I'm not in the mood. So I'm gonna charge my phone for a second. Yeah. So how come the old iPhone batteries last longer than the new ones? If they can't make batteries that last us, then how does the old one last us? It's all lies. They want the battery to die. Let me tell you why they want the battery to die. They want the battery to die so you have to go to Walmart and spend $40 on a charger when you're out at dinner with your family, or when you're on the way to the movies and you realize your phone's about to die and you left your kids with a sitter and you need a phone. They want you to have to go to Walmart and spend $19 on this and then $19 on this, and that's why they make the batteries not to last. It's to hustle you for more money in the long run when you're out and your phone's dying. It's a marketing scam. That's why they don't put batteries that last. They want to make more money off of you. Phone chargers are a multi-billion-dollar industry, just like phone sales. They probably damn make more money off of phone cords than they do damn to selling cell phones. At $19 a pop, $19 for the charging block, $19 for the cord. Something that costs pennies to make. It costs pennies to make. Pennies. Pennies. Oh, pennies. I'm ready for a revolution, y'all, for real. Shit's got to change. I can't keep up with these prices, and this shit's illegal as hell. Illegal as hell. A violation of everybody's fucking rights. My
My socks look crazy. This hair bow ain't gonna work. It's too long. I need something bigger. Well, at least the police rolling around while I run. At least if I need them, they're around the corner somewhere. Is this gonna work? Listen, little house on the prairie. Somebody go find my damn carriage and horses and my bonnet. I'm sure I got a damn cast iron skillet with some cornbread in it somewhere. Probably some damn baked beans. Oh Lord, it's hot. My phones are dying. I'm gonna mix a concoction. We watch and we don't judge. This is electrolytes with neurotoxins. Red dye 40. Keeping me discombobulated since 1987. Can you hand me that bag? Oh my God, there's a bee in here. Hey, come on. Sir, come on. Sir, listen. Sir, if you come here, get out. Go on. He wouldn't get on my hand so I could pet him. Ugh. Don't worry, I already blocked him. Thanks. Thanks, God. Thanks. Do they... They're gonna have to put some major laws on the books, y'all, to combat the perversion from porn and social media dating sites that have rotted these people's brains. It is 80 degrees outside. I am working out. What do you want me to work out in? A potato sack? Sandpaper? You want me to have a whole suit? A whole beekeeping suit while I'm out here sweating my ass off? You want me to have on full Carhartt fatigues in the middle of summer? As I work out? Let me go get my snowsuit since people can't hold it together. I mean, for real. You know, and women have been working out on the internet since the beginning of the internet. I remember damn Richard. There was a guy with curly hair that was half naked prancing around in the 80s. What was his name? God, he was so funny. Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons. Nobody sexually harassed Richard Simmons in the... Well, women. My grandma loved him. Ugh. Nobody was sexually harassing Richard Simmons when he was working out in the 80s. They actually were, but not like me. You know what I mean? People come here and they're so perverted they can't understand that just because I'm in gym clothes does not mean that they're allowed to sexually harass me. They really think because I'm in gym clothes, they have every right to sexually harass me. People are wild. And I want people to be paying attention to the way that these people behave on here, because I want you to know that this is the same shit your child has to deal with when you give them a cell phone. And they ain't going to tell you about it. They're not going to tell you when perverts are coming after them on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and God knows what other things. Xbox, Roblox, Minecraft. These are all sites that perverts hunt children. Your child is not going to tell you when a pervert is behaving that way because they don't want to have their devices taken. This is not isolated to a almost 40-year-old woman. This is the world of the web. And these problems are getting worse. And we need to pass legislation to protect people and children. Because they come here and they see me working out in gym clothes and they think they have a right to sexually harass me, that behavior snowballs into voyeurism, into sexual assault. If they are not shamed immediately, then that is going to snowball into voyeurism and sexual assault 100%. That is how pedophiles are created. It's just sick. They're on all devices. Richard Simmons was the grandmother whisperer. Yes, he was. My grandma worshipped the ground that man walked on. She had all of his workout videos. It's so funny. Yeah. Yeah, well, they're trying to make it to where pedophiles are not even called pedophiles anymore. They're trying to destigmatize the name pedophile, which is crazy. It's to fit an agenda, of course. They've been doing this for years. They're trying to take the stigma away from sexual abuse. They're trying to take the stigma away from the pedophile. And I'm just standing here like, wait a minute. I think this is counterproductive. I think we're running in the wrong direction. But, you know, there's a lot of leftist, liberal policymakers and Republicans, especially here in this county. The Republicans are the perverts in this county. The people that tried to make me escort or prostitute out of Uptown Tavern in Eden, North Carolina, which is like right down the road, those are Republicans. They had Republican parties, election parties in this restaurant that I was working in March of last year. We had election parties February and March for the local elections here. There was some guy named Reese who's a Republican who I do believe won. He was one of the people that offered me money to sleep with him. And he's in the NC House of Representatives. There was also people from South Carolina, Florida, that handed me their business cards. They were in the Florida House of Representatives and the South Carolina House of Representatives, and they were both Republicans, offering me sex for money. So it goes a lot deeper than what anybody could ever imagine. It's perverts on both sides. It's not just the left. Now, I will say that it's the left pushing to destigmatize pedophilia in our communities. It's the left pushing for, you know, the LGBTQ plus, DEI. That's the left doing that. But I will say that Republicans are just as bad. They just keep their shit undercover more. They're not in your face with it. They're not going to swingers meets. They're not going, well, in the Florida Keys they do. The Florida Keys in Key West, Florida is the Republican spot for swinging. Fun fact. Fun fact. That's where they go to get away to their little private islands so that they can all be perverted together like Diddy parties. 100%. I know this for a fact. For a fact. There was a prostitute found stuffed in an air conditioning unit in Key Largo just a month ago. She was killed by some guy that had ordered her off of an escort site. The Keys and Key Largo, the Keys in general, Key West, Key Largo, Esmeralda Island, Key West, it's all Republican perverts. They go down there to party, do cocaine, fuck hookers, and then they go back home to their wives. And then it even goes deeper than that. There's whole families that get on it. Listen to this shit. I met a mother and a father who was vacationing with their daughter and their new husband, her husband, and they were all swingers. Hold up. Yes, you heard that right. This mother and father was watching their daughter and new husband swing at swing meets in the Keys. They were all hooking up together. Where's mine? My nose is running, y'all, and I don't have a baby wipe. Ugh. Yeah. I mean, if you look closely at parts of the Epstein list that have been revealed, you'll see a lot of Republicans on there. And let me tell you something. Everybody has a past. We know that Trump, he met with prostitutes. We know he paid prostitutes. We know that he engaged in sexual activities with prostitutes. I do believe that he had something going on with Epstein. Now,
Do I believe that these girls were underage? Do I believe that he was paying Epstein to find him girls? No. Do I think that Trump went to go hang out at an Epstein party and probably had sex with some girl he met there? Yes. It was probably a chance meeting and he shows up. Do I think that Epstein acquired young girls along with Ghislaine Maxwell to give to Trump? No. Do I believe that he went to his parties and partied and probably got involved in some nefarious shit? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Do I judge him for that? No. And I'll tell you why. Trump's changed. When Trump first came into office, he was an ornery, middle-aged man with a big ego. And over the years, over the past 10 years almost, we've seen him morph into a gentle giant. I've seen massive changes in the way that he treats his family, in the way that he treats the communities. I've seen changes in the way that he talks about women. He's spoken in the past very vulgarly about women. Remember, grab them by the pussy, right? And for those of you that are so sensitive that you took offense to that, let me just tell you, that's how men talk. God forbid, bless your little heart, don't ever go to a golf course at 2 o'clock in the afternoon with a bunch of men drinking Bud Light on the tailgate of a golf cart, honey. That's how men talk when they get around each other. I got 5 brothers. That's how men talk, okay? People are so sensitive, they want to spin that and say that he's this horrible person because he talked about grabbing some pussy. He's a man. That's what they do. If he was grabbing dick, I'd be more concerned. I think that he's grown up. I think that he's taken this more seriously, and I think that he's been cultivating his relationship with God, and I think that he's changed a lot. Everybody has a past. He absolutely was a womanizer, and he was vulgar, but I think he's changed a lot. These presidential elections has changed him. Getting shot changed him. We saw a dramatic shift in his mentality after he was shot. When he first walked into the DNC, it's not the DNC. After he was shot, he did his first public appearance at the Republican conventional whatever, remember? And when he walked out from behind that curtain, humble was written all over his face. You could see that he was grateful to be alive. He realized at that moment, you could look on his face and you could tell that he had changed. Just the act of him almost getting his head blown off and getting shot in the ear changed him. And you can see that at the Republican International Convention. There's footage of this you can find on YouTube. When he walks out from behind that curtain, he's more of a humble man, ready. I can look at him and tell that he, at that moment, was completely dedicated to giving his life towards fighting for right. It changed him. He's literally had a come to Jesus moment in the past 10 years, and I've seen tremendous change in him. Nobody gives him credit, though. They just focus on the fact that he paid Stormy Daniels, that he talked about grabbing pussy, that he said a bunch of controversial stuff, and that's what they do. They don't see you for who you are. They're just always going to talk about your past. He's changed a lot, and he gets no credit. And he's doing a good job. He's doing a damn good job. Could you imagine if Harris was in office right now, what LA would look like? I mean, it's already being burned to the ground, but imagine if we didn't have the National Guard, if we didn't have the Marines that went out there, what would be happening in LA right now? It might have gotten to the point that civilians were being murdered by immigrants. God forbid. But, this has gotten to a point of somebody needed to go in and help. Because Gavin Newsom was not going to do anything about it. Trump is not a racist. Trump cares more about minorities than those minorities care about their own minority. Just like me. Yeah, no doubt. Grab them by the pussy. Somebody said, Christopher said, saying grab by the pussy is PG compared to some shit dudes say. I agree. You know, it's one thing for men to get around and have camaraderie and say stuff to each other. It's a whole nother thing for people to come to the internet and say it to some poor girl by herself. You know what I mean? I think that men will be men. And what guys do with their guys' friends is none of my business. I don't want to know what y'all talk about. But when you're around me, you and your friends are not going to be disrespecting me. And anybody that I would ever date would shut that shit down immediately. I would never have to say that. Of course, my husband would be like, whoa, what'd you say? What did you say in the presence of my wife? You know what I mean? Because that's how it's supposed to be. Men will be men in men's spaces and vice versa with women. But there's still a level of respect that we have to show each other when we're mingling together. And Trump's really always done that. I mean, you know, they secretly recorded this meeting where he was talking about grabbing pussy. So, remember, wasn't that some secret tape? Somebody like wiretapped something and then that's how they got that? I don't have a husband. One day I will. You know, Emily, Emily, I'm going to get a sticker on the back of my truck that says Trump 2050 just to troll people. Just to troll them. I don't know why nobody's done that. You know, it's been the going joke for like 4 months that he was going to run again. And all of the lefties have been gobbling that up, thinking that those statements were true. And I said a couple weeks or months ago, I said, I want a sticker that says Trump 2050 so that I can troll all the lefties. Imagine if I drove through town, how people would be losing their minds. The whole back glass says Trump 2050. I'd love to get the camera footage for that. The AC, and I also have a fan Vicota. Is that Vicota? I like that name. It's different. Vicota. Yeah, I have a fan. I voted for him and I'm Latino. You're not the only one, Keno, because he got the Latino vote across the board. He did. All the Latinos voted for him. So it's kind of crazy, you know. I think that when talking about immigration, a lot of people have family that are immigrants. A lot of people have friends that are immigrants. I mean, the whole Americas are a melting pot. We're all immigrants. We're not all citizens, though. And so it causes a lot of anger and hostility. People are actually like breaking down right now. I mean, look at the United States, New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles. People are losing their minds. I understand that these people want to stay here, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen. It sucks. It sucks. Yeah, you know, he does things that most people wouldn't do, you know, like sending in the National Guard. The Biden-Harris administration would have never done that. They would have been like, everything's fine, as the whole city burns to the ground. We saw them do that for 4 years. So I'm glad that Trump's in office, because the chances of us being attacked on our own soil went down probably about 50 to 80%. With Trump just going into office. All of our defenses were down when Kamala Harris and Joe Biden was running things. They are not good leaders. They are not strong. They're wimps. They're wimps that wanted money. And so our lives have been in danger for 4 years because we didn't have strong leaders that would protect us if the shit hit the fan. Now we have Trump. So our defenses went up probably 50 to 80%. So we don't have to worry about being attacked on our own soil now. We know that Trump would prevent that. There would be a dead stop, you know. We don't have to worry about World War III. Trump will prevent that. And then all of these cities that are being destroyed by illegal immigrants and crazy leftists, they're going to end up in jail. So, and in El Salvador in a prison somewhere, they keep on. It's sad. I mean, it sucks. It sucks. I'm sure at least a few of those people came here with the intention of making a better life for themselves. But unfortunately, the majority has shown that they are incapable of acclimating or assimilating You know, they came and they destroyed stuff. They started new gangs here, or they picked up their gang ties here. They started extorting Americans, kicking them out of their homes in Aurora, Colorado, killing people in Springfield. How many women was murdered? You know, what was that one girl's name? Rachel. Jocelyn Nungaray, that 12-year-old girl that snuck out of her house. She was killed by 2 Venezuelan nationals. They raped and strangled her under a bridge and left her body out there. The amount of women that I've reported on, and children and women that I've reported on in the past year, there's been dozens of cases where illegal immigrants did these horrible crimes. And every time they would catch these immigrants, they would find out that they had a long history of torturing and killing and raping other women in other countries. And this is why that border cannot be open. Everybody that comes through the port of entry, we have to make sure that they are productive members of society in their own country before we can let them into this country. And it's like the Biden administration bypassed all of that, and it put everybody's life in danger. Way in danger. We don't do retracted messages. Y'all know that. Oh, shit. What was that? Oh. All right, let's try to walk. I don't feel like it. I really don't. Maybe a little caffeine. It's a beautiful park. They got a cute little gazebo. And hell, if I'm being honest, I need a job. So the more people we can get out of this country, the more positions will open up, the more chances I'll have of a job. And that's the truth, man. I've been to so many places in Winston-Salem and Greensboro, and they don't hire nothing but Hispanics now. I'm telling you, I can take you over there and prove it. Dare me. Dare me. Like, I can take you over there and prove it. Winston-Salem become a hot spot for Latinos years ago, 30 years ago. And that just really snowballed during COVID. So you can't even go to certain parts anymore because the gangs have taken it over. I saw a report last night. They said that there's gangs in every city of North Carolina. They have clocked gangs in all 100 counties of North Carolina. So there's active TDA, Bloods, Crips, MS-13, you name it. They're all over North Carolina. Every single city in North Carolina, all 100, has gang activity and gang members. There's a report on that on YouTube. I'm sure if you look up all 100 counties has gang activity in North Carolina, you'll be able to find it. It's crazy. It got really bad here because this has always been a hot spot for immigration, and it got really bad when they left that border open. What did it say, that we got 500,000 illegal immigrants here in the state? I bet it's double of that, if not triple. Might take 10 years to come out to see the truth, but I bet you it's double, if not triple. They said 500,000 in the past 5 years. There ain't no way. Winston-Salem alone got 500,000 people. And there's 99 other counties. Completely changed the demographics. Lower income people, middle class was killed, kicked out on the streets. They took all of the damn low income housing, kicked all them people out, and replaced it with illegal immigrants. Downtown Winston, I can prove it. It's crazy. They did the same thing in New York. Till the day I die. Yeah, we're gonna end that. Let's see here. I hope the bathroom's open. I gotta pee. Deserted away. There it is. Hold on, y'all. I almost dropped my car key in the toilet. Of course. Bathroom break. Hey Danielle, I'm alright. I'm not hungry right now, so that's good. Aww. Dominican Republic. It's a beautiful country. There was a girl at my old job that was from the DR. She was a stripper and she was a scammer, honey. She was the type to drug you and rob you. She was a stripper. That shit was crazy. She was. She's the type to be like, oh yeah, I'll go home with you, and then you get her to the house and she done pulled out a gun and robbed your ass. She was crazy. She was from the Dominican Republic. She was crazy. That's funny. Y'all, I do not feel like running today. I don't feel like doing nothing today. Let's go play on the playground. Y'all, I like to drop that car key in a toilet. What is going on with me lately? I done dropped a brand new iPhone in the Porta-John at the damn rodeo. Now my car key almost went in there. I literally had to close my legs real quick to catch it. It almost fell right between my legs into the toilet. Dropped the toilet paper on the floor. Then I had to get a new piece of that. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Everything's falling apart and I'm simply trying to use the bathroom real quick. Story of my life. That's why they call me. Do it. I am. I'm looking at where to put you. If I can get over there. Your girl is too tall. Oh, I'm so lazy, y'all. I can't be in the car, though, because if I stay in the car, I'm going to get depressed. Then I'm going to be crying. Then I'm going to want to die. Let's see if I can do some calisthenics. See if I can lift my body up. Probably not. Ooh, I did. You just feel weak and heavy and like no energy. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. That's why they call me. Ow, that hurt my hands. That hurt my hands. Can't see. I'm so clumsy. Did I tell y'all about squirting gas out into the car and then the dragonfly flew in and then I took the skin off my knee? That's how it's like dominoes. So I smelled gas. Apparently I had a canister of butane that was leaking because I was setting on a plastic container and the butane was setting up. And so the nozzle on the can was spewing out gas. So I was like this close from exploding, you know? And I'm like, oh God, what's that smell? So I roll down the window and a dragonfly, the size of my hand, flies through the car window. So I rush out the car trying to escape the gas and the dragonfly at this point. And I take the skin off my knee. I hit my knee climbing out the car. It was a whole thing. It's kind of hilarious. Yeah, I'm very clumsy. This is a big playground. Actually, this little thing is kind of big. Is that a slide? It is. Oh, it's wet. Hold on. I don't want to get my butt wet. Ouch, I hit my back. Talking about clumsy. Whee! such a big kid. I don't feel like running, y'all. I don't feel like it. I get 10 good days a month and they're gone. They're gone. Damn, my phone's gonna die. Oh, hello. Way overstimulated. My hair's in my face. My nose is running. The sweat's dripping down my tits. I'm like, I'm done. It's too much going on at once, you know? Yeah. All right, I'm going. I don't think I'm having enough caffeine. I stand alone. Oh, you want to swing? It's been a while. Oh, look at the hobby horses. Y'all remember those? I accidentally knocked my brother's tooth out on a seesaw that was like that. Like those hobby horses, but it was a seesaw. You get on one end and you like ride it, and he stepped off of it and it hit him in the mouth and his teeth fell out. And then my grandma, her classy ass, decided to shove him back up in there. So he had a baby tooth that was black in high school for like 4 years. They had to pull it, and then he had braces for like, I don't know, the whole time he was in high school. He literally went off to the military with braces, I do believe. Yeah, she shouldn't have shoved that tooth back in there. That's what made it grow in crazy. Because it was dead. It was black. It was an accident, but still. That's probably why there ain't no seesaws out there no more. They're dangerous. I wonder how many kids died on them before they realized, maybe we need to stop building these. You remember those things? It was a metal circle that had these like railings on it, and you could get on there and spin that thing. You don't see them out there no more either. I wonder how many kids died on them. Them things would go fast. It would throw you off of there if you wasn't holding on to it. Yeah, seesaws and those round things. I don't know what they were called. It was just a circle contraption that had 4 guardrails on it, and you were supposed to hold on to the guardrails, and then your friends would spin you. Yeah, there's a lot of playground equipment that's missing, probably because it was dangerous. Y'all, I'm about to run. I gotta charge my phone. It's about to die. I'm on 7%. I might try to drink some more caffeine and wake up. Put my shoes on for nothing. Merry-go-round. Thank you, Cecilia. Merry-go-round. That's what it was. You don't see them either. They're dangerous. I wonder how many people have died on them things. Hold on. Yeah, I wonder how many people have died on those. You know they have. You know they have. That's hot. The humidity. It's the humidity. Yep, I'm gonna run and try to charge my devices. I don't have much to do today. Schoolwork whenever my computer charges. I need to work out, but I'm being lazy. Oh, yeah, people have died on those things. There was one girl that was decapitated. That's why they're not out there anymore. She lost her head. There was a rope that was hanging, and the rope decapitated her.
She flew in the air and landed in the street more than 70 feet away, hitting her head on the street pavement. The rope got caught around her neck. It yanked her off the merry-go-round, and it threw her in the street where she died. Jesus Christ. Why do I look into this shit? Now I'm going to be traumatized all day. There's been several decapitations, and there was an internet challenge involving multiple participants on a roundabout merry-go-round. At least one of the participants rides on the merry-go-round while the motorcycle or moped rear wheel is placed against the disc of the ride, then used to spin the merry-go-round at a high rate of speed by throttling up. This is why. The internet. Yeah, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I love you guys, and I'm praying for y'all, and please pray for me, because God knows I need it. And we'll talk this afternoon. I'm going to try to either wake up or go back to bed. I don't know. I'm going to do something. I hope that y'all have a good afternoon, and we'll talk soon. It's not the merry-go-round's fault. No, I agree. Bye, Cecilia. Bye, Emily. Y'all have a good day.